Dental Group, Parmar Stores, Smitty's Pizza, Greenleaf Landscapes, Fisher Auto Parts, and MOVGridiron.com. Now let's go live to the field for pregame and all the action.
Good Friday evening to you, and welcome into week number 9 of the high school football season, and welcome to the weekend. Marietta Tiger football right here at Don Drumm Stadium, and week number 9, it is the Marietta Tigers sitting at 5-3 on the season. Point Pleasant, they're 3-2. Marietta in the Twin State League 0-1, and it was Point Pleasant with the victory last week, 44-7 against Warren. They moved to 1-0 in the Twin State League. Marietta fell to Fort Fry in a heartbreaker, 28-21, and we'll get into that here in a little bit, how they came back into that game. And it is hard to believe we are here in week 9, but we're so glad you're with us wherever you may be on this Friday night. You can tune in to WMOA right here, AM 1490, FM 101.3. You can also find us on the Facebook app, and you can also find us on the YouTube app with the video stream tonight, as we're excited to bring you Marietta Tiger football here in week number 9. We're going to take a quick time out. When we come back, we'll hear from the head coach of the Marietta Tigers, Jason Shobe. We'll look at starting lineups and break down this game here in the pregame. You're listening to the voice of the Tigers.
At Greenleaf Landscapes, we know our yard is like our oasis. That's why we promise all the material to make your landscape look and feel good. We have expert staff that is here to answer your questions, and we know the how-tos of landscaping it yourself. Whether it's vegetables, annuals, flowers, hanging baskets, our staff can help you pick out that perfect plant. We are a one-stop shop, and our staff is always willing to help. Find us at greenleaflandscapes.com and let our family take care of yours. Greenleaf Landscapes.
Whether you're renovating your kitchen, building a new deck, or putting a pool in the backyard, a home equity line of credit from People's Bank is a smart way to pay for it. A People's Bank home equity line of credit has no origination fee and no appraisal fee. Find out more at People's Bank. Call 800-374-6123 for more details about credit costs and terms. People's Bank, working together, building success. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 617258.
It's Dave Allen for Parmar Stores. The most wonderful time of the year is here. Of course, I'm talking about football season, and your local Parmar store is ready. Whether you're heading to the game or just catching it at home, Parmar has everything you'll need, from the drinks to the snacks and so much more. Download the Parmar app and sign up for the Parmar rewards cards for even more savings. West Virginia, Ohio, Maryland, Kentucky, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. Happy football. And if there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
These days, you've been giving more. Now it's our turn. When you get your primary care from Memorial Health System, you get same or next day appointments, access to 24-hour nurse line, and now free virtual urgent care with our Memorial Care Now app. It's the great primary care you'd expect. Fast, online treatment anytime for common urgent conditions. To learn more, visit mhsprimarycare.org today. Memorial Health System's primary care. Expect more.
Welcome back to Don Drumm Stadium on a Friday night. It is a beautiful night for football, and it's the Marietta Tigers and Point Pleasant coming at you in just a few minutes. But joining us right now before kickoff is the head coach of the Tigers, Jason Shobe. And, Coach, here we go, week 9. It's hard to believe that the season's here, but we are here, and some opportunities in front of you with playoffs still out there looming. And then the Twin State League, you're kind of early in that just with the game last week. You never know what's going to happen.
For sure, and that you sort of referenced how quickly the season goes, and I feel like you blink your eyes, and here we are with 9, but still have a lot to play for, which is exciting at this point in the season, and hopefully we're able to finish strong with these last 2 games.
It's a Point team that comes in, very physical team. They pride themselves on that. They're a wing tee based, and so what can you tell us about them when you flip on the film?
Yeah, so they almost remind me of a wing tee based, gap scheme based version of Athens with what they try to do. They move their playmakers around, motion a lot, but they're a physical point of attack. And then defensively, they're a 3-4 base team, and they'll walk up their 2 outside backers where it looks like almost like a 5-2, or they'll roll a safety down looking like a 5-3. And one of those things that you need to be physical at the point of attack and fight pressure with pressure and read your keys. And if you don't, they're going to gash you. So we really worked on that this week, and the kids had a great week of practice.
Maybe a final question for you, Coach, here. We talked about it, and we'll talk more next week, but just we don't have to go through them all, but what the senior class has meant. This will be their final game here at Don Drumm.
I love these kids, and I mean that as genuine as possible. And they've been yes or no sir type of kids, and anything that we've asked, they've done the best of their abilities, and they've left their legacy. And I just hope for their sake that we're able to win these last two and send them out on a high note.
Coach, really appreciate a few minutes of your time. Good luck tonight.
Hey, thanks so much, Aaron. I appreciate it.
See head coach of the Marietta Tigers, Jason Shobe. When we come back, we'll take a look at starting lineups kickoff from week number 9. You're listening to the voice of the Tigers.
1 or 2 or 10 things have changed since I got in the real estate business. Hi, this is Steve McCarthy of McCarthy Real Estate. Gone are the days when folks just stopped by 318 2nd Street in Marietta. Now you can find McCarthy Real Estate on Facebook with weekly featured listings or MariettaRealEstate.com. We have real phones and cell phones and GPS, although we know our way around. McCarthy Real Estate since 1953. You don't need good luck to find us, but you'll have it when you do.
Working together. That's the key to better health care for you and your family. And now the doctors and specialists at Memorial Health System and Mayo Clinic are joining forces. They'll use Mayo Clinic's expertise to resolve the hard-to-solve medical problems. For you, that means peace of mind and access to the finest medical knowledge anywhere, right here at home. Memorial Health System and Mayo Clinic, working together. That's expecting more. Memorial Health System, proud member of the Mayo Clinic Care Network. Visit mhsystem.org/Mayo.
Mid-Ohio Valley football fans, discover the comprehensive online insight and coverage offered by MOVGridiron.com. Join Brett Hauer as he brings you exclusive interviews with coaches and players, detailed written stories, and dive deep into Game of the Week coverage. Plus, stay up to date with the latest stats and expert analysis throughout the entire season. If you're passionate about high school football, MOVGridiron.com is your go-to online destination for everything you need. Visit MOVGridiron.com today, where football lives online.
When the day is done and the rig is safe and sound back home, the folks at Fisher Auto Parts give gratitude to a community for the support. Fisher Auto Parts understands the tradition of auto parts in this area. That's why when you present discount code Fisher24 to any team member during checkout, you'll receive 10% off your purchase. Fisher Auto Parts, with locations in Marietta, Parkersburg, Waterford, and Cambridge, stocking the right parts, backing the local team, and proud to support their respective communities they serve.
Continuing on the pregame here on a Friday night, Aaron Cassidy and Bill Parks. It is week 9 of the high school football season. We're so glad that you're with us. Our Tiger pregame brought to you by Stewart Photography on Glendale Road in Marietta. Stewart Photography has been capturing the traditions and the students of Marietta High School for many years. This is their chance to say thank you to the many students and parents for entrusting Stewart Photography to capture those special moments. Stewart Photography, give them a call, 374-4564. Mark and Karen, they say go Tigers. And Bill, last week, this Point Pleasant, we'll start there. This Point Pleasant team, 44-7 over Warren. Although if you go back through the film and you look, not that they don't deserve the credit, but Warren with 4 turnovers, including a fumble going into the end zone. Point Pleasant turned around, went 99 yards for a touchdown, and then they had a pick 6 as well.
Yeah, they just were able to do things to turn the tides, and the turnovers were a big part of that. Warren had a hard time keeping on hold of the football, as you had mentioned, but credit to Point Pleasant, the Black Knights, they were able to capitalize on all those turnovers and really run the score up and kind of enforce their will against the Warriors last week.
It's a team that last year Marietta lost a heartbreaker to. Marietta was up, and then just a couple unfortunate things happened. We were there, and it was just one of those that one stung maybe. I know the Williamstown loss hurt last year, but honestly, that one might have hurt the most.
Yeah, and honestly, it was kind of reminiscent of what we saw within the Williamstown last year, Williamstown this year, a game where Marietta, moved the football well last year. They did the things they had to do. Unfortunately, they just didn't finish it. They had a hard time keeping a hold of football late in the game, gave a big turnover, and the Knights were able to capitalize on that again off of the turnover and come away with a touchdown and a big win late in the season. And that really hurt against the Tigers. But this time, Marietta here tonight, and they haven't forgotten that game. Marietta trying to come off a two-game skid in their own, Aaron, and just try to get something early here against the Black Knights team that is very good. They're a very physical ball team, Aaron. They run a shotgun, and they're big, physical. They got a stable of ball carriers. They will give the ball to just about everybody but a lineman on this team. It seems like everybody gets a touch. the quarterback, Caden Hill. He's a very capable runner. He's got a pretty decent arm. He can throw the ball. So you got to respect both aspects there with the quarterback. Something Marietta's defense has struggled a bit with this year is the quarterbacks who can run the football efficiently, as we saw all the way back 2 weeks ago in the Williamstown game. Really was a big part of the way that game ended. But it's not just their quarterback you got to worry about around the ball. It's their tailback, Isaac Creel. He's fast, he's shifty, he hits the hole quick, he hits it hard. But they've got guys on the edges too. Is Reese Hunt? He's long, man. He's got a stride. He's fast. He can make moves, and once he hits that edge, he can really just burn down the sideline. So Tigers defense going to have their work cut out for him here tonight. And angles, basic football, good angles, sound tackling. Maybe be able to force a turnover or two to give their offense, give Marietta's offense a little bit of an extra opportunity.
Yeah, it'll be key tonight. Marietta, we're going to preview after this timeout. We're minutes from kickoff here from Don Drumm Stadium. You're listening to the Voice of the Tigers.
Looking for a career change or advancement? Washington State College of Ohio offers over 40 degree and certificate options, ranging from nursing to robotics. Washington State's dynamic programming provides a pathway for you to develop in-demand skills and gain the knowledge you need to advance your career. With flexible scheduling and affordable tuition, Washington State College of Ohio in Marietta helps you balance your education with your busy life and budget. Visit wsco.edu to start your journey toward a more rewarding career.
The Fry Dental Group is a longtime sponsor of the Marietta High School Tiger Big Drill, player of the game. Not just a player, could be a play, could be a fan in the stands, could be a cheerleader, it could be you. Tune in to WMOA for every Tiger broadcast and listen close for the Marietta High School Tiger Fry Dental Group Big Drill, player of the game, brought to you by Dr. Brett Fry, Dr. Derek Howe, Dr. Amanda Boggs, and the staff at Fry Dental Group.
Shop Apex True Value Hardware for great bargains of the month. Clean up tough messes on the job, at home, or in the car with Vac-Master's Professional Beast Series 5-gallon wet dry vac for $79.99. Keep yourself and your loved ones safe with the First Alert's plug-in carbon monoxide alarm that allows for continuous monitoring during power outages. Just $17.99. Don't miss out. Get these bargains of the month while supplies last at Apex True Value Hardware, 7th and Green Streets, Marietta.
Every year, millions of people fall victim to fraud. At People's Bank, we're committed to providing our communities with resources to safeguard their financial accounts no matter where they bank. Follow these preventative steps to minimize your risk. Monitor activity with mobile banking alerts. Be cautious of unsolicited emails, calls, and texts claiming to be from your bank. Most importantly, never share your banking credentials, debit card number, or PIN number. People's Bank, working together, building success. Member FDIC.
Back here at Don Drumm Stadium, Aaron Cassidy, Bill Parks with you on this Friday night. And Point Pleasant and Marietta Tigers going to be in their all-black uniforms tonight. Those look sharp. Point Pleasant in the opposite. They're in the white tops, black trousers, and silver helmets. And Bill, Marietta Tiger team lost last week 28-21 against Fort Fry. A valiant effort, though, as they came from 28-7 down and really had an opportunity on a 4th and 1. Now, they would have had to go with the link 70 yards without a timeout, but they could have given them a chance, but they jumped off sides. The 4th down happened, and that's where it stood. But the Tigers looking to get back on the road, or back on the win side tonight.
Yeah, looking to get back on the win side. They're on a 2-game skid, dropping 2 weeks ago to Williamstown, again last week to Fort Fry. But a pretty good showing last week, although come out with, ultimately with a loss. They were able to really fight back into that game, and obviously coming in here a 5-3 record, 0-1 in the league, but a Marietta team that played pretty good last week. Drew Warden threw the ball 10 or 20 times. He had 10 receptions. He was up over 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. Britton, he was 14 carries, 58 yards. It's a Tiger offense that at times has looked very dominant this year, Aaron. But in the same token, they may have 3 great drives and then have a drive that just seems like they're playing from the sticks over and over and over again. So it's going to be interesting tonight to see what the Tigers are able to come up with. Obviously a big game, though. This is a must-win game for the Tigers, and they got to come away with one here tonight and one again next week in Warren to have the opportunity possibly of extending their season into the playoffs. But obviously these guys know that this is a big game, and they're going to have to come away with a big win here, getting senior night, last home game of of the campaign, and would love to send all these Marietta fans home with a win.
Yeah, it'll be Marietta. You mentioned the playoffs. That is a chance with a win tonight. The way it stands right now, there's a guy who does all the math, and he's pretty accurate with things. Marietta with a win tonight and a win next week, they have over an 85% chance of getting in. So not quite controlling your own destiny, but I like that opportunity with the two tough losses. At least you have that chance. And tonight here on senior night, we'll see if the Tigers can do it. Big Point Pleasant, the Knights tee it up. Going to be kicking from right to left on your radio dial. Marietta won the toss and elected to receive. As teeing it up here is Alex Schrader, and he will kick it off here wearing number 24 on his back. And week number 9 is underway as it's a deep kick. Going to be out to Tornes at the 2-yard line. He's across the 10 to the 20. He's going to get out near the 21-yard line, and that is where Marietta will start first down and 10 for the Tigers. Just underway. It's Drew Warden and company will bring out the troops here as Warden, the quarterback, will see Britton in the backfield along with Fry and Kobe Alexander, Owen Riley, Chavez, Tornes, the wide receivers, Hartline, Clintworth, Bauer. They'll go Bills and Wilkinson up front for Marietta along with Carver as they give, and it's going to be a give to Kobe Alexander first play. Alexander dances up for a gain of 6 as he falls out across the 25 to the 27-yard line, and that's where he'll pick up 6 yards on the first play. Nice game for Marietta.
Yeah, great pickup there on first down. That's really what they're going to have to do. They're going to be successful.
That's
tonight
not what they were last week.
No, on first down and second down, Aaron. They got to set themselves up for good opportunities late in those downs on third and even a fourth and short.
Here they come on a second down and 4. Left side goes Britton. He's hit, but he spins still on his feet. Wow. Britton's going to be out near the first down marker. And Bill, he was hit a yard in the backfield, spun around, got behind Big Teddy Bauer and company, and they pushed him forward.
Yeah, great job there just fighting it. And you know, credit those guys up front, Aaron. As you said, it was a kind of a rugby scrum of sorts there, but they were able to get a good push and a first down, staying ahead of schedule. You like to see that now, first and 10.
2 backs in the backfield to give to Britton again, left side. He's looking for some room, squirts out of a tackle behind the big offensive line again, and Britton out across the 40 to the 42-yard line. A gain of 8 on the play, 2nd and 2. Bill, we knew coming in that Marietta's offensive line might be able to have a good game up front. Very physical team is Marietta.
Yeah, they are. And I tell you what, the Point Pleasant is very physical front as well. You know, they'll come out, they'll show a 3-man front here, but they'll walk a guy up. They like to walk the linebacker up, typically on that strong side. A very good group of linebackers here for the Knights as well.
Warden under center. He gives to Kobe Alexander up the middle, who looked like maybe he lost his footing on a cutback. He's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage, maybe a loss of a half yard, 3rd and 2. We're at the 10-20 mark, just underway here in the first quarter. How about how dark it's gotten early, and then when they turn the lights off here in the press box?
I love it.
It is super dark in this press box. Can you see?
I can.
I was just making sure. Your older eyes. I
just make sure I don't fall asleep.
3rd down and 2.
The Tigers are going to have to do that.
It'll give up the middle to Kobe Alexander. Strong run up across the 45 to the 46 and a Tiger first down.
Great run there by Kobe, Aaron. He was hit in the backfield. He was actually hit about a yard deep in the backfield, but he was able to fight through that one and find his way across the sticks and a fresh set of downs. Now, Marietta moving the ball pretty proficiently so far. The second set of downs here so far as they approach midfield.
Tigers have split backs in the backfield, and they give on this right side. Britton looking for some room, has some out across midfield into Point Pleasant territory. A gain of 7, and it'll set up 2nd and 3 with 9:38 to go. First drive for Marietta here in the first quarter.
Nice patient run there by Seth Britton, just allowing that pulling guard to get out in front and was able to come up with a pretty big pickup on first down. They're going to make it call it a 7-yard gain, bring up 2nd down and 3 here for the Tigers.
Tigers on a drive. Give again to Britton, this time left side again. He falls forward. There is a penalty flag on that far side. That might be in the area of a sideline warning. It is. I think the official ran into one of the coaches. Did not like that. And so it'll bring up a 2nd down and 3 for the Tigers, maybe 4. With 9:13 to go here in the first quarter. Tigers and Point Pleasant tied at 0. They have the yard marker wrong on that far side. It's not fourth down. It's second and maybe third and 1, excuse me. And they have all kinds of confusion out there.
Yeah, it should be third down in inches right now. It was a 2nd and 3 situation on that last play, and looks like they're going to actually bring them out and measure this one and find out. But it was 2nd and 3. I'm not sure why we have a fourth down marker up on the far side right now. That's something I assume they're going to correct.
I forgot my binoculars last night at the soccer field, Bill, so we have a pretty good angle this, though. It's right in front of us here at the 44-yard line, and by the nose of the football, Marietta's going to have a first down. 9:13 to go. It doesn't matter for a second or third now because they have the first down with the ball at the Point Pleasant 44 where they scrimmage.
Already the third first down for the Tigers here early on in the first quarter. Obviously the first possession, but third first down, moving the ball well over into Point Pleasant territory. This one about the 44-yard line of Point Pleasant. So Marietta doing a great job taking some time off the clock as well as we're about to wind down under 9 minutes.
And a busted play in the backfield. Quarterback turned one way, running back went the other, and it will be a busted play for a loss of 2. And these are things we talked about, that you go on a drive, you're going on a drive, and just something silly happens. Let's hope for Marietta here it doesn't end up in a punting situation, but it's not easy to call second and long.
No, second and long, but yet you don't want to get out of your game plan either.
No,
I mean, it's not one of those obvious passing situations, especially the way you've been moving the football on the ground. So let's see what they come up with here in shotgun formation.
Out of the shotgun, Warden's going to look to throw. He has a man, and it's caught by Tornes inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. Will Tornes is going to be just shy of a first down where they have it marked right now. He needs the 40 or the 34, and they're going to mark him. Man, yeah, they're going to mark it shy. It's at the 35.5-yard line, 34.5.
Yeah, that wasn't a real favorable spot for Tornes, but we'll just leave it at that. But nevertheless, a great pitch and catch there from Warden to Tornes to bring up a third down in inches here for the Tigers.
To go under center, and they give on the left side to Britton, busts it free, and he's upended inside the 30 as he gets down to the 27. Marietta offensive line doing work right now.
Yeah,
First
they
and
sure
10.
are, Aaron. Number 65 for Marietta up front there, and that's Wilkinson. Doing a great job, man. What a great job. He was pulling from his guard position or his tackle position on this right-hand side, on the right-hand side, but he's a great lead blocker.
So you see him back at guard. Bill's back this week at tackle, and that's good to see as Blake Bills is back. That'll make a difference this week as well. Kobe Alexander on a dive play left side. Picks up maybe 1 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 9. 7:24, more importantly, here in the first quarter. This is the first possession of the game, and Marietta's been on it right now.
Nothing doing there for Kobe on the left side, but you have to credit the right side of that defensive line for Point Pleasant as they did a great job getting penetration there and finding Kobe in the background and the backfield. So second down, 2nd and long. It's essentially a 2nd and 9 on the scoreboard, but we're going to call it pretty much a 2nd and 10.
Two backs in the backfield. Chavez gets the carry on the left side, little jet sweep, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds, but not before. Let's see where they officially mark it. Want to make sure he didn't step out maybe a yard shorter than what I thought, but it'll get a couple on the play. 3rd and 7 for Marietta, maybe 3rd and 6. They have to get down to the 17-yard line for a first down. They scrimmage from the 23. The Point Pleasant 23, mind you.
You got to think this quite possibly 4-down territory right here for the Tigers, assuming they don't get right to the stick. If they get to the stick, we might see Braxton Lang, but see if the Tigers draw up another pass here.
They do. Out of the shotgun, Warden backside throw to Britton on a good screen call. Britton weaves down inside the 15, picks up a first down at the 12-yard line. They brought it on the right side. Marietta, everyone to that right, and they found Britton across the middle on a little screen pass.
Yeah, Warden found Britton, and then Britton found number 71, Teddy Bauer, out there in space to block for him. He tucked right in behind Teddy and was able to make a couple of guys miss. And again, moving the football, fresh set of downs. Tigers inside the red zone here, looking for their first touchdown of the night.
Split backs in the backfield, and a whistle before the play, and it'll be a false start. No, they're going to say Marietta lined up in the neutral zone. So not a false start, but this one only moves you 5 yards back opposed to the 10-yard false start.
Yeah, but again, you just really hate to see that on first down. And when you're moving, that's a second penalty here against the Tigers tonight on this first possession. And they were able to overcome that first one early on in the possession and see if they're able to do it again as their third and
I think the down marker's wrong, Bill. This would be first down and 15.
First and 15.
The ball sits at the 20, make it the 18-yard line. Marietta can pick a first down up, down inside the 5. They give it to Britton on the right. Turns it up. Britton puts his head down, falls forward inside the 15, back near the original line of scrimmage, maybe -1. That'll bring up second and 11. 5:34, though, Bill, here in the first quarter. Marietta took it over to start from their own 20, the start of this quarter. This is just the first possession of the game.
That's exactly what you want to do. I mean, that's textbook wing T offense. Control the time possession.
Warden's going to look the throws. He rolls out to his right. Still rolling. He's going to throw it down towards the end zone. Jump ball. Ball's knocked away. Really good defense as it was Owen Riley, an intended receiver, and Willman comes over and Wamanen, comes over and he makes a good ball play on the ball as he swats it away.
Yeah, Warden just kind of stringing that one out. There was nowhere to go with the football. He just about got all the way to the near sidelines before he got rid of the ball. And he was kind of hoping to throw a jump ball up there to Riley, see if he could climb the ladder to get, I think.
And really, you would like to see your quarterback attack the line a little bit on that, make the defender make a decision. Warden on a third down and long is going to fire it across the middle. Has Riley in the end zone, touchdown. From 14 yards out, Owen Riley on the reception behind the arm of Drew Warden. And Marietta leads 6-0 with a point after attempt by Lang pending here at the 5:06 mark.
Well, I'd say that was just a really good route there by Owen Lang, or I'm sorry, by Owen Riley. You put words in my mouth there. Owen Riley, a great job, just a post pattern. He was able to get inside of the defender, found a little hole between the safety and the corner, but a strike from Drew Warden, and the Tigers take the lead.
And Braxton Lang puts a foot into that one, skies it up and in. 5:06 go. Timeout on the field. Our first score, new score, Marietta 7, Point Pleasant nothing. We'll be right back.
On any given day, it's refreshing to hear the mower start, the chainsaw fire up, and the car clicking on all cylinders. Fisher Auto Parts salutes the folks who keep things running. Fisher Auto Parts, all things auto parts. Present discount code Fisher24 to any team member during checkout to receive 10% off your purchase. Your friends at Fisher Auto Parts get excited about youth sports in our area and even that backyard game down the street. Fisher Auto Parts, with locations in Marietta, Parkersburg, Waterford, and Cambridge, staying connected to what's important.
Hi, this is Seth with Miller Home Services, your go-to for top-notch heating and air conditioning solutions. Stay comfortable year-round with a new heating and air conditioning system. 0% financing options available on all new installs. Don't let budget constraints stop you from enjoying a cozy home. Trust Miller Home Services for reliability and affordability. Give us a call at 740-896-5035. Miller Home Services, building a better community, one home at a time.
5:06 to go, first quarter. Marietta, how about their drive? They take 7 minutes, almost 7 minutes, just 6 seconds shy of it. Down the field, 80 yards, maybe 79 officially. Don't know how many plays, we'll get that in a second, but they take it down the field, lead 7-0, 14-yard touchdown from Ward to Owen Riley on a third down and long, and Marietta strikes first. As the kickoff here, wow, Lang puts it on a long hopper. They came up way far on the kickoff, and Lang bounces it in the end zone. And Point Pleasant will have to start 1st and 10 from their own 20.
It's funny, I actually was watching Lang kick a few there in pre-games when I was down on the field, and he was actually consistently putting them at the goal line or better. His foot is just getting better and better and better all year long, and you can tell he's been putting a lot of work in it. He booms that one to the end zone. So Point Pleasant's going to start from the 20 here.
So they'll go with Caden Hills, their quarterback, Isaac Krill as their running back, and they come out with a pistol formation with 2 wide receivers. They give up the middle, and he's a good one. He gets 3 on the play, does Creel. Creel, a really good back, Bill. We saw him in the previous weeks on film, and he's one that if he gets to the second level, he can run away from everyone.
Yeah, he's real shifty. He's fast. He does a great job just getting downhill, going north and south, trying to get into that second level. And as you said, once he gets that second level, man, you got to have a right angle on him or he's going to just race you to the end zone.
They come out of the shotgun, jet sweep to the right, penalty flag though on a false start. Going to move Point Pleasant back, 4:35 to go. So instead of 2nd and 7, it'll move them back to 2nd down and 12 here in the first quarter. Marietta leading 7-0 as Point Pleasant
Number 5, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
up front goes with Brody Pearson. It'll be Boyles, the left guard, Caleb Jones, the center. Connor Buckle will be the right guard, and Hunter Drake will be the right tackle. So they come out of the shotgun, 2nd and long. They give Krill up the middle, and he falls forward. It was Tornes there first, along with Kobe Alexander, and then eventually comes in, does big number 71 for the Marietta Tigers. We all know who that is, Teddy Bauer.
Boy, I tell you what, Teddy Bauer having a great season and a great game so far here early on in this first quarter. He's been all over the field, offensive side, defensive side of the ball, being an impact player tonight.
3:57 to go, first quarter. 3rd down and 10, 3rd and long for Point Pleasant. As they roll, the lefty looks to throw, still looking. Now he's going to tuck it and run. He's going to pick his way up across the 25, and he's going to be hit by the shoestrings by Seth Britton, coming in and cleaning it up for Marietta with Chavez. And it'll be a punting situation here. 4th down for Point Pleasant. 3:33 to go as we are here in the first quarter. Marietta leading 7-0.
Great job there by Britton, just standing them up. And as you said, Chavez coming in, cleaning things up. And it was also number 88. I think he was the second man on the scene there. That's Braden Plogger, as he has shaken off a little bit of a.
Marietta not convinced that Point Pleasant will punt here, as they kind of have like a dime defense out there, does Marietta. And back to punt here will be Schrader. Snap back, 3:05 to go first quarter, long boot. It's going to hit at the 35 and take a hop to Tornes, who turns the corner after fielding it across the 40 to the 45. Good job by Tornes. Bill not allowing that one to get behind him. He was far enough back, and not only did he not allow it to get behind him, he turned a really good field around the corner to get really good field position here for Marietta.
Good job. He used Miller there as a bit of a screen to find the edge, but Miller, a good job there pulling up on that block, as he was actually going the opposite direction. And a lot of people don't understand, you can't block back to the football. Essentially, it's just like a crackback block anymore, as what they used to call the crackback block. Boy, he could have just laid that guy out. Miller could have, and great job pulling up on that to allow Tornes to pick up a few extra yards.
Warden under center. He sends Chavez in motion. They give it dive play left side up the middle. Here goes Kobe running with some anger across the 50 into Point Pleasant territory. Picks up 6. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. 4:44 to go. Excuse me, 2:44 to go here in the first. Marietta leading 7-0.
Nice strong run there. Kobe just squatting guys, keeping guys on his back. He's not going down, but you look at number 71 again, Teddy Bauer. He was the guy behind there pushing that pile and keeping it going now. 2nd down and 4 for the Tigers. Staying ahead of schedule, as I said earlier. They just keep it up.
Britton sweeps it left side, now cuts it up and down into the 46-yard line. So he's going to be shy of a couple here by a first down, but it'll bring up 3rd down and 2 for Marietta. As we approach the 2-minute mark here in this first quarter of play, Marietta took over with 2:44 to go on this drive.
You got to expect Marietta in this 3rd down and 2 here, 3rd and short. They're going to go with their workhorses to pick this one up.
As they go 2 backs in the backfield. Again, give right side. That's Britton, going to be shy of a yard. I don't even know if it's going to be much of a decision here for Coach Shobe. I think he's going to go for it. 4th and 1. There's no doubt in my mind they're going for this. Minute 37 to go. Marietta leading 7-0 here in the first.
I think you got to go for this absolutely inside of Point Pleasant's territory, and you've had no problem moving the football so far here tonight. It's going to be 4th and short, 4th and a full 1. And I tell you, Aaron, if you pick this one up, I might even take a shot on first down.
2 backs in the backfield. Chavez in motion. They're going to dive. Kobe left side. He's going to get enough for a first down. Momentum got him. He got 2. And a first down for the Tigers with 1:09 to go here in this first quarter, leading 7-0. Kobe, one of those things he'll go back and film, watch, Bill, is if he runs with his eyes up, he might be able to break that to the outside a little bit. Instead, he runs right into his guy.
Yeah, and he just stays so low. He's such a powerful runner. He likes to have that that advantage of being low to the ground, that low center of gravity. He has great, strong legs. He's able to get a good push when he's low like that. But that's the downfall, is you lose a little bit of your vision, even though you could be a player that with good field awareness. But if you get that low, you start to lose your field vision, and that's what happened there.
Timmy Ryan splits out to the left after bringing in the play as we approach the 105 mark. Here in the first, Tiger two backs in that backfield. They give up the middle, and what a hit. Nowhere to go for Kobe Alexander because Buckle comes up and puts him to the ground. What a play by Connor Buckle for Point Pleasant, busted through.
Yeah, ball carrier got buckled right there for certain.
44 seconds to go, first quarter. I see what you did there. 7-0 Tigers lead. Second down and 11, but he just got too much penetration there on a little dive play to the left.
It seemingly came through untouched, but he was just coming off the ball hard, coming off quick, and he was able to get through that B gap, and there was nobody there.
Warden set the throw, does so to Miller on that left side. Miller makes the catch, gets 7 on it, and so it'll bring up second, make it 3rd and 4 for Marietta here. Under 16 to go, and that will do it here for the first quarter. Marietta will go to the second quarter, leading 7-0, and will be forced with a 3rd down and 6 from the Point Pleasant 39. When we come back, you're listening to the voice of the Tigers.
At Honest Fred's Flooring, we don't care who wears the pants in the family, who makes the decisions, or who gets the credit, as long as the buck stops here. At Honest Fred's Flooring, we want you to be where your feet are, and ideally, that's in one of our 3 showrooms. Our simple advice, put one foot in front of the other, and if it's not on Honest Fred's Flooring, why bother? Come see for yourself. Honest Fred's Flooring, Marietta, Parkersburg, Spencer, and honestfreds.com.
The Fry Dental Group is a longtime sponsor of the Marietta High School Tiger Big Drill, player of the game. Not just a player, could be a play, could be a fan in the stands, could be a cheerleader, it could be you. Tune in to WMOA for every Tiger broadcast and listen close for the Marietta High School Tiger Fry Dental Group Big Drill, player of the game, brought to you by Dr. Brett Fry, Dr. Derek Howe, Dr. Amanda Boggs, and the staff at Fry Dental Group.
Shop Apex True Value Hardware for great bargains of the month. Clean up tough messes on the job, at home, or in the car with Vac-Master's Professional Beast Series 5-gallon wet dry vac for $79.99. Keep yourself and your loved ones safe with the First Alert's plug-in carbon monoxide alarm that allows for continuous monitoring during power outages. Just $17.99. Don't miss out. Get these bargains of the month while supplies last at Apex True Value Hardware, 7th and Green Streets, Marietta.
12 minutes put on the clock, second quarter. 3rd and 6 for the Tigers. They give left side to Britton. He has little to no running room, does Britton, as coming across is downhill, or actually from his spot for Point Pleasant was the defensive lineman, the number 69. That is going to be Gage McCoy. And McCoy makes the tackle and blows it up. 4th down. That run play, though, tells you Marietta was going for it the whole time.
Yeah, otherwise, like you said, otherwise you would have seen a passing play there as Marietta checks number 14, Owen Riley, in, who's obviously their go-to wide receiver. He and number 22, Will Tornes, split to the right.
Chavez to the left. Warden's going to look to throw. They bring the blitz. He heaves it right side, and just a little tall for Owen Riley, in and out of his hands. And Point Pleasant will take over on downs here with 11:19 just underway in the second quarter. Marietta leading 7-0.
Boy, tough spot there, right there for Marietta. That ball was, it was over there. It was a little high, a little off target. Riley was able to get his hands up to it. If he was able to reel that one in, it would have been a first down. But nevertheless, they're going to turn this one over, give it back to Point Pleasant. Point Pleasant looking for their first score of the game. 11:19 to go here in the first quarter. Marietta up 7-0.
Hill out of the shotgun. He is going to look to throw. The lefty sets in the pocket. Fires it across the middle, and it's caught. Kobe Alexander on the tackle. Owen Riley almost knocked it away, but he put that one right on the mark. Complete the hunt, and it'll be a gain of 8. 2nd and 2 for Point Pleasant.
Yeah, he put that ball right in Hunt's chest, and then Kobe Alexander followed up and put his body right into Hunt's chest as well. A big hit there by 15, but credit the receiver in Hunt and keeping hold of that football.
2nd down and short. 10:48 to go. Second quarter. Marietta leading 7-0 here at Don Drumm. Week 9 of the high school football season. A little confusion here, for the quarterback and wingback on that side as they send a man in motion. And they're going to run it on this near side. No confusion after that. The wingback's going to take it down the right sideline to the 20, to the 15. A counter give into the end zone. Touchdown for Point Pleasant as there's a penalty flag on the field, but Jacob Moore raced it to the house, but this one's going to come back.
Boy, it was wide open, too, on that counter. A great job, very well-designed play. You can't guarantee that hole was not opened up by a hold. I didn't see the hold, but you have to assume that possibly it was because, well, I tell you what, you could have driven a Mack truck through that hole as it just opened up. He was untouched all the way to the end zone. Would have been a 54-yard touchdown, but instead it's going to come all the way back, and they're going to add a few more to it too as they get him on the hold. They're going to take 10 yards off of that. It's going to be now 2nd down and 12 for Point Pleasant, and it's going to back them all the way up to Point Pleasant's own 37-yard line.
It looked like originally that there was some confusion between Moore and the quarterback, but there was none as he hit that hard. But you said the hold takes him back 2nd and 13 now. Instead of a 54-yard touchdown, it is going to bring them back, and that's a big penalty. Tigers leading 7-0, 10:27 to go. Hill out of the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left. The lefty is going to look to throw. Floats it a little too high and incomplete. Lucas Miller had an opportunity to maybe get it. I don't think Owen Riley realized it had come over that high over the head, and he almost had an opportunity at it as well.
Yeah, it looked like Miller was actually going up almost. I think he knew he wasn't maybe going to be able to get his hands on it. Kind of was going to turn it into the old Tennessee tip drill and maybe get one back there to 14 and Riley, but nevertheless, it's able to go all the way through. So now 3rd down and 13 for Point Pleasant.
And with 10:23 to go, they set up a screen, but the Tigers had it red. It was Quagger in there, and I'll tell you what, it was almost an interception by Teddy Bauer. How fun would that have been to watch him rumble down the sidelines?
I tell you what, it was all set up by 15, Kobe Alexander, who ran 3 through the middle of that offensive line, untouched, was in the quarterback's face. He had to get rid of it way before he wanted to, but it is a good thing he got rid of it when he did, because if he'd held on to it a little bit longer, you're right, there would have been an interception there. Either Plogger or Bauer would have came away with it.
Low snap on the punt, but the punter and Schrader is going to get it off. It's going to hit and hop back and take a Tiger bounce the other way. Boy, that hit at the 32 and bounced all the way up to the 37. A 5-yard bounce in favor of Marietta. With 9:40 to go here in the second quarter, Tigers lead 7-0. They'll start with their 3rd drive of this game after the second drive stalled out. The first one you couldn't have. We were talking on air or off air, Bill. It might have been their best drive all year.
It really was. It was a great orchestrated drive, good play calling, but execution. Very good execution there by the Tigers, and they were able to obviously cap that one off with a touchdown. So see if they're able to come back here. It's slowed down a little bit on their last drive, but see if they're able to put something together here to maybe pick up another score.
Chavez sweeps it to the right, trying to find the corner, and picks up 1. But I'll tell you what, nice job on that far side. The cornerback coming up and making the tackle as it was Whamanem making the tackle on that far side. He just strung it out, and he made the tackle. Nice job by him. 9:25 to go, second quarter. Tigers lead 7-0, and they faced with a 2nd down and 10 as they scrimmage from their own 37-yard line. A new lineup coming in. Looks like a hockey line change for Marietta as they got to watch this play clock as it's down inside of 10. They break the huddle quickly. Now the shotgun comes Warden. Warden's going to hands up the middle, and it's going to be a written run for a gain of 3, maybe 4 on it. And it'll bring up 2nd and 7, 3rd and 7 with 8:53 and counting here in this second quarter, and Marietta leading 7-0.
Well, I tell you, I thought maybe they would give him that second little surge and fall forward that he had, maybe picking up an extra couple. But it looks like it's going to be 3rd down and 7 here for the Tigers. And what is probably likely a passing situation, as it's definitely not a 4-down situation where when you're sitting your own 40.
Riley and Tornis to the left. Out of the shotgun comes Warden, who takes a deep drop. Is going to fire a slant across the middle to Owen Riley. Makes the catch inside the 30 and down to the 24-yard line. Owen Riley off the reception from the hands of Drew Warden.
Well, I tell you what, it was just another great route again by Owen Riley. He just puts his foot in on that post route and drives off into the center of the field. And when he does, he's able to burst and get a little bit of separation from the corner. But a great job, a great ball delivered on the money in full stride there by Drew Ward, and a great job by the Tigers moving the football.
35 yards. Here goes Britton, sweeps it left side, makes a couple guys miss to the 21-yard line. He picks up 5. It'll bring up 2nd and 5, 7:53 to go. Bill, I was in town this week and called both Lady Tigers and the boys last night, both victorious this week in soccer. Had a little Smitty's Pizza sub, and it was, you can just get that golden, delicious little round around. There's nothing better.
Oh, gotta love it.
I thought of you when
I saw the truck at the gate when I pulled in here today, and it made me hungry.
Give on the trap play up the middle, and it's going to be Kobe Alexander just running hard. There was a guy on his ankle, but he drug him with him as he's going to be shy of the first down to the 16-yard line, 3rd and 1. But going back to them, I finished my thought. They just cook it. If you ask for a little extra done, it just gets that gold.
See, they got that one up there in Lowell now, too. It's a little closer to my place. And
yeah.
I can even get Smitty's delivered now to my house. All the way out in the country.
7:05 to go. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 1 here in the second quarter. Marietta leading 7-0. Give on the left to Britton. Britton dances out across and into a first down to the 10-yard line. He started outside, saw a big linebacker come and cut it back up and gets the Marietta first down.
Great run there, just patient. He was able to make that. He looked like he was trying to find that edge. He likes to hit that little bit of that crease at the hash and find his way down the field, but he cut it back in on that one and back in between the hashes and found a little extra room. But first down and goal here for the Tigers at the 10-yard line. Looking to go up 2 scores here. 6:31 to go and counting in the first half. Tigers up 7-0.
Warden under center, pitches it left side. Kobe Alexander going towards the front of the pylon, but he's going to be stopped short inside the 5-yard line, steps out of bounds at the 4. It'll bring up 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. Nice pitch call there by Coach Show. 6:12 to go here in the second quarter. Marietta leading 7-0.
Marietta trying to just punch one more in here to get a little bit more cushion. Come up with that 2-score lead when they have really just eaten so much clock here in this first half, Aaron. It's been pretty impressive so far.
They continue to do it here. 16 on the play clock. They snap. Give. Britton, left side. Safety comes down. Britton runs into him. And he gets back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 4 right now. And I'm sure Coach Shope's hearing this from the staff up top as they're bringing that safety strong down there. That allows the throw here from Marietta. You got to watch it across the middle. So it'll bring up 3rd down and goal from the 4.
We've seen Marietta go to that bootleg in this situation too and go into the low flat and try and pick somebody sneaking out of the flat there. Let's keep your eye on Plogger.
Warden under center. He's going to pitch it right side to Kobe. Cuts it up. Kobe's going to be down near the 2-yard line. Oh, boy. There's no way he just got back to the line there, but they're going to say maybe a gain of a half yard. And it'll bring up 4th and goal here from Marietta. 4th and goal from the 4. Coach Shope taking a look over his staff and saying, what do we want to do here? They'll run this clock down. 33 on the play clock. We're at 4:48 on the game clock. Marietta leading 7-0. I would assume they'll run it all the way down, use a timeout, and make a decision. And that's exactly what Coach Shope's going to do. He's talking to his special teams coordinator here in Coach Gardner. Marietta is going to send in Tornis. Now he's going to pull him back. 14 on the game clock, or excuse me, the play clock, and Marietta's going to run this down. Timeout on the field. Marietta takes one. We'll take one with them. It's 7-0 Tigers when we come back.
When you're looking for a new home, why not seek the counsel of a real estate agency that folks have trusted in the Mid-Ohio Valley for more than 65 years? This is Steve McCarthy from McCarthy Real Estate, and we know the housing market inside and out. You couldn't find a better time to list your home. List it with me and I'll do the rest. Finding comparable appraisals in the area, information on schools, neighborhoods, and setting the right price. We know the real estate market like the back of our hand and will gladly hold yours through this process. See listings at MariettaRealestate.com.
Tonight's Tiger game made possible in part by the Mannix Allen Group at Merrill. They're located at 294 Front Street in downtown Marietta. Bill Mannix, a longtime local coach in our area, and Mackenzie Allen, the current president of Marietta Noon Rotary. They know that pursuing good outcomes takes preparation, hard work, execution, and being a part of the community. The same should hold true in business. Call Bill Mannix, Mackenzie Allen, and Sandra Crosby at 740-568-7860 to discuss the goals you want to pursue. Merrill Lynch, Pierce, Fenner & Smith Incorporated. Registered broker-dealer, registered investment advisor, member SIPC, and a wholly owned subsidiary of Bank America Corporation.
It'll be a Braxton Lang lining up for a field goal here. Braxton Lang field goal from about 17 yards out. Snap back, the hold down, the kick is up, and it is good. So Marietta out of the timeout, decides to go with the points, Bill, on a 4th down and 3, and I like the decision there to take the points and leading 10-0 now.
Yeah, I think it's the right decision right here. You're able to spread that lead out to a 2-point score or a 2-score lead. It gives your offense not a little bit of breathing room, but that's not really what I'm looking for. But it also gives them the confidence that they're moving the football. They're still scoring points. You don't come away with nothing there. If you go for that right there, Aaron, and you don't score the touchdown, the damage that is done far more outweighs the opportunity. You know what I mean by that? And so getting any kind of points out of that is a win, obviously, at this point. Tiger defense playing really well. Put it back into your defense's hands and say, come out here, get us one more stop. You can get us one more stop, get it quick, because you know Point Pleasant's going to want to try to go fast. Get us a quick stop, give your offense one more opportunity, and possibly even widening this lead into halftime.
Something else that probably goes in that decision, too, for Marietta is they got the ball to start the game. They won't get it to start the half. So maybe if you do, you take an opportunity there, but take the points and knowing that you don't get the ball coming out.
Yeah, absolutely. And, and to that point, because if you don't come away with anything at that point, then they come out with the ball in the second half. And are able to either take the lead or tie it up.
Nice angled kick here, and not even making it out to the 20 was the return man. Out to the, maybe they gave him the 20, and it was a nice kick by Lang. I'll tell you what, he's put some nifty kicks. The one he put in the end zone, or just shy of the end zone, then it bounced in, and then this one he angled perfectly down on the corner here.
He's been doing a great job in the kicking game this year, Aaron. He's done a good job. He hasn't had a whole lot of field goal opportunities, but he's done a pretty good job at utilizing those opportunities. And I'll tell you what, on the extra point there, he almost put that kick on the extra point out in Green Street.
Out of the shotgun, here comes Hill as he sends a man in motion. The counter give on the right side. Some running room for the back, out across the 35 to the 40, hitting to the 49-yard line. A nice run by Hatton. I think I said Hinton, my apologies, out to the 49-yard line. And again, they went back to the counter and nothing was on the backside. That hurt Marietta last week a couple times against Fort Pry.
Yeah, they probably saw something on film there and knew that they were possibly going to have an opportunity to hit big a couple times. Obviously, the 54-yard touchdown that was pulled back there early in the second quarter and went back to the counter again, trying to break it big.
3:43 to go. First down and 10 as they give up the middle. He's off to the races as the backing Krill, and Marietta just got enough of a hand on him that it was Chavez chasing him down, the fastest Tiger on the team, able to come. Actually, that might have been McVeigh coming in and making the tackle, but with 3:33 to go here, Bill, a couple chunk plays here for Point Pleasant as Marietta leads 10-0. And it's Point on a little bit of a drive.
It's like Fry checks in the inside linebacker spot as Kobe Alexander comes out. Looks like he's got a little equipment problem with his helmet. So new linebacker in there. See if they go right at 5.
Two receivers right, one to the left. They take a peek over the sidelines as Point Pleasant, Hill, and Krill to get in their signs as they're in the backfield. Hill barking out the signals to his offensive lineman. Takes the waist high snap. He gives it to Krill up the middle. He has some running room, and he picks up 6 on the play. So that'll bring up 2nd and 4. By far the biggest drive right now we've seen from Point Pleasant. They're doing it pretty quick. Marietta with 2 timeouts, Point Pleasant with 3. We're at the 2:54 mark here in the second quarter. Tigers leading 10-0. And if you could paint a picture of high school football in Marietta, you might want to paint this one tonight. How about that moon with the gold? We talked about golden brown earlier. It's kind of a golden yellow out there. And the Tigers leading here on a beautiful night for high school football. Creel gets the carry on the right. Going to fall down inside the 20 as he gets down to the 17-yard line. I wouldn't be surprised if you see Marietta just maybe use a timeout here to slow things down a little bit. Point Pleasant now winning that battle up front.
Well, the Tiger defense, just seems to be on skates right now. And the Knights just getting a really good push up front and moving that line of scrimmage. They got a lot of weapons. Looks like I'm split 3 guys out wide here. See if they go to the air.
And they're going to keep it left side, quarterback, keeper, and Hill. They're going to try to remove guys out of the box to get these two going. And I kind of like it because they're really athletic. 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Marietta 10-0. Stop for a little gain on the play. A gain of 2 here for Hill. Bring up second down and 8. Tiger defense looking to hold like they did last Friday night. They, in that game, trailed 14-0. And they held Fort Fry to a field goal. They missed it before half. Tigers trying to repeat it here defensively. 2nd and 8. Man in motion. False start going to be called on Point Pleasant. And this will move them back. And so that one's a tough one. We saw this earlier. We saw Holt bring him back off a touchdown. This one, a 2nd and 8. They're humming down near the Tiger 15, and they're going to go backwards.
And really the only thing that they were finding a whole lot of success on right now, Aaron, is that counter. So you have to imagine in this situation, a second down and what's going to be about a 2nd down and 14, 2nd and 13 here for the Knights. You have to imagine they're going to go back to what's working. It's been that counter.
You'll 100% see it again.
And see if they go back to it here, or if they even fake out of that counter and try to put the ball in the air.
They send a man in motion. And here it comes, right on cue, the counter inside. They're trying to run the back, and Marietta picks up a fumble. Here goes Owen Riley down the left sideline. Riley to the 40, 35-30. Riley's going to be pushed out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Owen Riley picks up a fumble that comes out and races it down the sidelines.
What great job there by Owen Riley picking the ball up. The ball squirted out. I did not get a number on who it was that was able to knock it loose, but a huge swing here for the Tigers as the Knights were knocking on the door looking to put one in the end zone. But the Tigers now, a minute 10 to go here in the half, take the ball over after a great return by number 14, Owen Riley, and now the Tigers going to have an opportunity to get on the board again.
What a big turnover for Marietta, leading 10-0. 2 timeouts, minute 10 to go, second quarter, and they're going to scrimmage from the 24-yard line to Point Pleasant. The officials get together to say, are we sure it was a fumble? It was, and they say, time for play as they whistle the clock ready. Warden comes out of the shotgun. He has 2 receivers to the right. He sent Chavez in motion. They're going to look to throw. Backside screen set up here for the big fella, Plogger, but just in and out of his hands. He took off running before he had it in his hands, Bill. But Plogger had big eyes.
Yeah, but that's the thing. They teach you to catch with your hands, don't catch with your body. And he's doing a great job. He was trying to catch with his hands, but like you said, he started downfield and he just got right off of his fingertips. And
I love the call.
It was just a tough spot there.
A backside screen for Plogger. Low snap out of the shotgun. Warden's going to throw. He finds Chavez in the flats. Chavez puts his shoulder down and picks up a Tiger first down inside the 15. How about Carson Chavez? Minute to go, second quarter.
Yeah, great job there, Chavez. He was trying to get out of bounds, trying to stop the clock, but wasn't able to get out of bounds. So the clock keeps going until they reset the chains here, and then they're going to let it go there. Now we go underneath of a minute.
Marietta going with tempo, leading 10-0. Brayton gets the carry left side, looking for the corner, up-ended somersaults down to the 12-yard line, cut down like a tree, and Marietta will use the timeout. 48 seconds to go. We'll take one with them. It's Marietta 10, Point Pleasant nothing. You're listening to the voice of the Tigers.
It's Dave Allen for Parmar Stores. The most wonderful time of the year is here. Of course, I'm talking about football season, and your local Parmar store is ready. Whether you're heading to the game or just catching it at home, Parmar has everything you'll need, from the drinks to the snacks and so much more. Download the Parmar app and sign up for the Parmar rewards cards for even more savings. West Virginia, Ohio, Maryland, Kentucky, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. Happy football. And if there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
48 seconds to go here in the half. Marietta leading 10-0. They have a 2nd down and 9 from the 12-yard line. They can pick up a first down at about the 3-yard line, Ken Marietta. So they have the 1 timeout left, but you can also use that first down kind of timeout as well and spike the ball. So you have plenty of time, is my point, here for the Tigers.
Yeah, all kinds of time. There's no reason to get in any kind of hurry right here, but it's that kind of situation where Marietta has done a good job on those jump balls, and we'll see if they go up to 14 here. We'll have the one-on-one with 14 and 4 on the near side.
You might see him on a slant again, too. That's been wide open. Ward's going to look to throw. Throws front pylon now to the 5 when the catch is made by Owen Riley. Looked like Riley broke the route, and it was a great throw by Warden to bring up 3rd down and short. 42 seconds to go. Did he get out of bounds? They're going to say he did.
Yeah, he did. He made the catch, and he was able to
Smart
work him
play
way
by
out of
Owen
bounds.
Riley.
So saves the Tigers
a timeout
there, and they're able to stop the clock with 42 seconds to go here in the first half. The Tigers, boy, they really like to punch this one in, Aaron. Go see if they can go up beyond that 2-score lead.
Ward now the shotgun. He's going to give to Britton. Up the middle, Britton sidesteps the tackler, puts his head down into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Seth Britton from 5 yards out.
Power football by the Tigers right there, Aaron. A great job by number 3 and Seth Britton, getting his pad level low, fighting through that first tackle. He was able to get that second effort in across the goal line, and Tigers up now 16-0, pending an extra point here. Boy, and just punching in with 36 seconds to go here in the half.
Tell you what, at this point after attempts pending here, this score early on is going to turn some heads. As Lang's kick is going to be up, and he puts a pitching wedge into it, and it's good. 17-0. Tigers lead. 36 seconds to go, second quarter. We'll be right back.
These days, you've been giving more. Now it's our turn. When you get your primary care from Memorial Health System, you get same or next day appointments, access to 24-hour nurse line, and now free virtual urgent care with our Memorial Care Now app. It's the great primary care you'd expect. Fast, online treatment anytime for common urgent conditions. To learn more, visit mhsprimarycare.org today. Memorial Health System's primary care. Expect more.
Mid-Ohio Valley football fans, discover the comprehensive online insight and coverage offered by MOVGridiron.com. Join Brett Hauer as he brings you exclusive interviews with coaches and players, detailed written stories, and dive deep into Game of the Week coverage. Plus, stay up to date with the latest stats and expert analysis throughout the entire season. If you're passionate about high school football, MOVGridiron.com is your go-to online destination for everything you need. Visit MOVGridiron.com today, where football lives online.
Braxton Lang tees the ball up at the 40-yard line. Tigers will kick from right to left, leading 17-0 with 36 seconds to go. Here in the second quarter, right before half, Lang puts a foot into the ball. Going to be fielded at the 7. Across the 15 to the 20. Working his way up across the 25, the return man, to the 27-yard line. Then you got to like to see it. Your kicker gets in the mix down here. As we're just talking about math class. Everyone doesn't even get excited.
Well, I tell you what, look at everybody coming out to defend him, too. The guys coming on the field, Marietta's guys, the defense coming out there. And they were quick to defend 44 and the kicker and Lang down there mixing things up a little bit.
We've seen him on defense throughout the last few years. He's not just a kicker.
No, he's a football player. There's a difference.
All kickers would probably tell you the same thing. 17-0 lead, Tigers with 29 seconds to go here in the first half. See how creative Point Pleasant gets. You don't want to make a mistake. They have the 3 timeouts to Point Pleasant as the Tigers line up defensively. And Hill's going to look to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. He has a man over the top. Owen Riley tries to swat it away, but the catch is made. Oh, what a catch by Reese Hunt. What a throw by the quarterback in Hill.
Yeah, it was kind of a prayer, honestly. He just kind of threw it up and was hoping his wide receiver was going to make a play on the football. Pretty good coverage there by number 14, Owen Riley, Aaron, but went up to try to high point that ball and knock it down. Just happened to miss it, but not bad coverage.
No, I mean, really that ball, he just jumps a little too soon with a guy coming at him. And with 21 seconds, Point Pleasant will use a timeout. Marietta leading 17-0. Stay tuned at halftime. The ONN halftime report with Skip Mossick. Buckeyes with a week off this week after a tough loss on the road last week against Oregon, but didn't move too far to number 4 spot in the country. And speaking of college football, how about tomorrow night, the Marietta College Pioneers, they go on a road trip to Muskingum. It's the 5-0 Marietta College Pioneers against the 4-1 Muskies. It'll be a battle up in Muskingum for that. That'll be a 6:45 pregame here on local radio, 7 o'clock kick. Keith Wharton, Austin Bumgarner will take you through that one. 21 seconds to go out of the timeout. Here comes Hill out of the shotgun, all by his lonesome. Now he sends a man in motion. Takes a sweep. He has Spreakers down the middle. He's going to look to throw. Now he's going to tuck it and run. 15 on the clock. He gets 5. Timeout for Point Pleasant. 12 seconds to go. Point Pleasant has a really good kicker, Bill.
Yeah, he does. I watched him in pregame as well. He was kicking the ball very well from the 30-yard line. 40 out. He was real close to just being automatic from 40.
Do you remember the kid they had last year? It's not the same guy here in Schrader, but maybe it is actually number 26. Now that I think about it, this kid was automatic last year, and we've seen it on occasions. You said you saw it in the pregame. There's a timeout. That's why we're kind of stalling here. Let's see where they officially marked. They want to reset the game clock here. It's 12 right now.
Well, how about Teddy Bauer chasing him down from kind of behind? He was wrapped up. Teddy caught up with him after he started to get wrapped up, but the ball carrier could tell you one thing right now. Exactly what every pound of 71 feels like, because he came down on him hard.
Teddy Bowers, you mentioned, he's just played so well both ways this year, offensively and defensively. We have 12 seconds on the clock. 17-0 Tigers lead. 2nd and 5 for Point Pleasant at the Tiger 25, and they have 1 timeout. So they're going to add 1 second to the clock. 13 seconds for the game clock here with 12 seconds. If you're Point Pleasant, you want to stay in that field goal range. It's that odd number of 17-0. You want to get something on the board because you get the ball coming out of half.
They still have 1 timeout too, so they don't have to get all the way to the end zone here, Aaron. They're able to, if they have to check down.
One shot.
If they have to check down, they can check down and stop the clock to set up for the field goal. So a few options here for it.
13 seconds put on the clock. 2nd and 5, and they're going to run it on the sweep play to the left, and Tornes read it and throws the ball carrier down. Will Tornes on a nice read there as they tried that counter the other way, and Marietta was there, and the timeout used. And I bring up 3rd down here with 12 seconds. 10 seconds. I was going to say, there's got to be more than 1 second off that clock. And so Tornes, how about the tackle by him staying home?
Great job there. And you know, they've obviously started to adjust to that counter, and they're expecting that counter now. They kind of hit us with it early in the first half and surprised the Tigers with it a couple of times, but a great job staying at home, not getting sucked in, not, in allowing to, being able to overrun that and open up that cutback lane. But, so much of that counter is defensively is trusting the guy next to you and understanding that you don't have to make every play yourself. There's 11 guys out there. You have to trust the guys beside you that they're going to do their job just as well as you're going to do yours. Stay home, stay disciplined. You're able to stop those counters, stop those big plays, and that was a great job there. So Tigers, 3rd down and 4. Tigers defense forcing Point Pleasant to force their hand here. It looks like they're going to stay out here and keep their offense on the field.
No timeouts. They have to make a decision here. This has to be in the air as Hill takes a high snap, rolls left, looks to throw, puts it down the sideline. It's almost intercepted by Lucas Miller. Instead, it goes innocently to the track, out off of his helmet. Going to bring up a 4th down as Schrader will come in and kick this one.
Lucas Miller was surprised that ball actually got to him. He thought for sure that the wide receiver was going to at least get some hands on the football, but the ball went right through his hands, and Lucas Miller was able to.
So this one will be a 41-yard field goal. As Schrader comes out, they're going to put Owen Riley back in case it is short and try to get a kick 6. That'd be fun to watch. 5 seconds to go, 2nd quarter. Tigers lead 17-0. Schrader could easily hit it from here, though. He's that good. Now they bring Owen Riley up. 41-yard field goal attempt. Snap back. Hold down. The kick by Schrader is going to be up, and it is true. It is good. as time expires to the half.
Hit it from 50.
New score, Marietta 17, Point Pleasant 3. Bill and I will be back to recap the first half. Also send it to Owen in during halftime. All that coming up here on our halftime show. You're listening to the voice of the Tigers.
Consider commercial maintenance contract Greenleaf style. That way, Greenleaf can do what Greenleaf does best, and you can stick to what you do best. Greenleaf's commercial maintenance program is a cut above. Whether you want total site care, vegetation control, slope mowing, forestry mulching, or brush hogging, Greenleaf brings it. With over 500 tires on the ground any given day, they're rolling by your business anyway. Might as well spruce things up. Safe, efficient, drug-free workplace, Greenleaf for commercial property maintenance. Call 740-373-1639.
Looking for honest, reliable heating and air conditioning services? Look no further than Miller Home Services. Why call us, you ask? Because we're your one-stop solution for all HVAC needs. Our team of skilled technicians are dedicated to providing top-tier service, maintenance, installation, and expertise. Plus, with our quality guarantee, you can trust we get the job done right the first time. Call us today at 740-896-5035. Miller Home Services, building a better community one home at a time.
This is Shelley from Honest Fred's Flooring. I come into the showroom nearly every day, and even I can't believe all the choices we have. The flooring business has come a long way, and choices are good. Carpet, hardwood, laminate, tile, vinyl plank will help you get a feel for what works best in your space. In the ever-changing business of flooring, sometimes you don't know what you want. You just need to take a look. Come see us. Honest Fred's Flooring, Marietta, Parkersburg, Spencer, and honestfreds.com.
Halftime here in week number 9 from Don Drumm Stadium. Aaron Cassidy, Bill Parks with you, and so glad you're with us wherever you may be. And Marietta leading 17-3. It was an Owen Riley touchdown from 14 yards out from Drew Warden on a 3rd and long to get Marietta on the score. They took nearly 7 minutes off that first quarter clock, did the Tigers. In the second quarter, it was a 20-yard field goal by Braxton Lang to make it 10-0 Marietta. Seth Britton just a few minutes later would go in the end zone from 5 yards out as they turned a Point Pleasant turnover into points, did the Tigers, making it 17-0. And then Point Pleasant, a couple chunk plays down the stretch here in the second quarter towards the late. And then Alex Schrader, the really good kicker for Point Pleasant, hits it from 41 yards out. And that's how we got to 17-3. Team statistics, Marietta 10 first downs to Point Pleasant's 4. Third down efficiency, 7 of 10. Fourth down efficiency, Marietta 1 of 10. 1 of 2, excuse me. Point Pleasant 0 of 3 on third down. Marietta's throwing it for 181 yards. Point Pleasant's throwing it for 131. Tigers are 7 of 10 throwing the football, 3 of 5 for Point Pleasant. Yards per play, pretty even, 9.5 for Marietta, 10 for Point Pleasant. Rushing the football, it's even as well. 86 yards rushing for Marietta, 11 for Point Pleasant. Tigers have 1 penalty for 5 yards, 3 for 20 for Point Pleasant. Throwing the football, leading thrower for Point Pleasant, Caden Hill, 3 of 5, as we mentioned, for 50 yards. Drew Warden, 7 of 10 for 95. I think I said 181. I think that was total yards. My apologies. So throwing the football, Warden 7 of 10 for 95 yards. Leading rushers for each team, Creel had 5 carries for 38 yards. Seth Britton 15 for 59 in the touchdown. Bill, first half thoughts.
I tell you what, a great first half here for the Tigers. Possibly, the best half of football we've seen from a Tiger football team in a couple of seasons at the very least, because it was all facets of the game.
Yeah.
Special teams, defense, offense, everything went like you kind of hope to plan it as the head coach. And the guys are executing. The head coach himself, Jason, is calling, Coach Job he's calling a great game right now offensively. He's keeping the Knights on their heels defensively. They really don't know what's coming right now because Marietta's had so much success throwing the football as well as running the ball. Boy, I tell you, when you can mix and you can play that complementary football on one side and then have your defense chip in and give you more opportunities as well, and then have your special teams clean things up as well. I mean, you can only hope to continue this in the second half, but a good job by Point Pleasant just coming out and getting something there coming out of the half and being able to get on the board, tie it back into a 2-score game, because otherwise going into half, they're looking at they being down at 3 scores.
Yeah, and I ran on you mentioned Coach Show, but it just made me think. I ran on an interesting stat this week where over the last 50 years, he has the highest winning percentage not necessarily the most games over Tiger history, but highest winning percentage in the last 50 years as Marietta head coach. So that was a fun little stat that we had. Our statistics here tonight made possible by the Mannix Allen Group, Merrill, located at 294 Front Street in downtown Marietta. Thanks to Bill Mannix, Mackenzie Allen, and Sandra Crosby. We appreciate their sponsorship here on the radio. 17-3, our halftime score. Let's go out to Owen Inn and Skip Mossick after this timeout.
Looking for a career change or advancement? Washington State College of Ohio offers over 40 degree and certificate options, ranging from nursing to robotics. Washington State's dynamic programming provides a pathway for you to develop in-demand skills and gain the knowledge you need to advance your career. With flexible scheduling and affordable tuition, Washington State College of Ohio in Marietta helps you balance your education with your busy life and budget. Visit wsco.edu to start your journey toward a more rewarding career.
Tune in to every Marietta Tiger broadcast for the Fry Dental Group Big Drill Player of the Game. This longtime sponsorship puts a Fry Dental Group WMOA Big Drill t-shirt on a Tiger standout athlete. The Tiger Big Drill Player of the Game, made possible by Dr. Brett Fry, Dr. Derek Howell, Dr. Amanda Boggs, and the staff at Fry Dental Group, with offices on Green Street in Marietta and 5th Street in Beverly. Go get 'em, Tigers, from the Fry Dental Group.
Shop Apex True Value Hardware for great bargains of the month. Got mice? Grab a 16-pack of Tomcat refillable mouse killer for only $6.49. Includes one refillable station with 16 bait blocks. Starting your next DIY home project, pick up a 12-ounce can of window and door foam sealant by Great Stuff for $7.99. Lastly, grab yourself some new yard tools by Green Thumb. Choose from a 22-inch lawn and leaf rake or a 32-inch poly leaf rake for just $12.99. Apex True Value Hardware, 7th and Green Streets, Marietta.
Every year, millions of people fall victim to fraud. At People's Bank, we're committed to providing our communities with resources to safeguard their financial accounts no matter where they bank. Follow these preventative steps to minimize your risk. Monitor activity with mobile banking alerts. Be cautious of unsolicited emails, calls, and texts claiming to be from your bank. Most importantly, never share your banking credentials, debit card number, or PIN number. People's Bank, working together, building success. Member FDIC.
From the Ohio News Network, this is the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football. Named Best Sports Program in the Country by the National Association of State Radio Networks. Tonight in High School Football is presented by Beck's Hybrids and by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. Now here's your host, Skip Mossick.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Tonight in High School Football's Halftime Reports. As we like to do from time to time, we'll head to different areas of the state to talk some high school football in that area. Tonight, we'll head to Cincinnati and check in with longtime reporter Mike Dyer. Mike joins us next on the Ohio News Network.
Bex recognizes this week's player with heart, Trevor Stearns from Parkway High School, for his commitment and passion on the field and within the farming community.
Going to school, you're stressing out so much about tests and worried about getting good grades. But cross country is just like that sense of relaxation to me. Going out and just running makes me feel like I'm just doing everything good.
Trevor gets that same joy when he's back home and working outdoors.
Farming in general is it's just a happy place for almost everyone. Every kid wants to grow up and live on a big farm, and that's what most kids around here are doing.
He understands the impact that goes along with that lifestyle.
I think farmers have one of the hardest jobs to do because they have to provide food for the nation. It's just farmers are the thing that are keeping almost America going.
At Beck's, we are and will remain farmers at heart.
For each and every Tiger game, we have a chance to break it down, thanks in part to the Mannix Allen Group at Merrill, located at 294 Front Street in downtown Marietta. When it comes to numbers, the Mannix Allen Group has more than 3 decades of combined experience helping people with their investments and retirement goals. Call Bill Mannix, Mackenzie Allen, and Sandra Crosby, 740-568-7860, to arrange an appointment to review your investment game plan. Merrill Lynch, Pierce, Fenner & Smith Incorporated, registered broker-dealer, registered investment advisor, member SIPC, and a wholly owned owned subsidiary of Bank America Corporation.
Consider commercial maintenance contract Greenleaf style. That way, Greenleaf can do what Greenleaf does best, and you can stick to what you do best. Greenleaf's commercial maintenance program is a cut above. Whether you want total site care, vegetation control, slope mowing, forestry mulching, or brush hogging, Greenleaf brings it. With over 500 tires on the ground any given day, they're rolling by your business anyway. Might as well spruce things up. Safe, efficient, drug-free workplace. Greenleaf for commercial property maintenance. Call 740-373-1639.
Sure, Smitty's is known for the best local pizza, but when was the last time you went off the grid? Smitty's offers soups and salads, specialty subs, and selections from lasagna to chicken Alfredo, breadsticks, wings, or a burger, if that's your thing. Smitty's always has great pizza, but check the full menu, including dessert, at Smitty'sPizzaOhio.com. It's just good stuff. You'll find Smitty's Pizza in Belpre, Lowell, Marietta, and Reno.
Fisher Auto Parts, founded in 1929, has the expertise and knowledge to get you the right part for any job you're working on. Fisher Auto Parts, the founding member of Federated Auto Parts, has a network of locations to get you the parts you need fast. Stop into one of our new locations in Marietta, Parkersburg, Waterford, and Cambridge today to meet the team. Present discount code Fisher24 to any team member during checkout to receive 10% off your purchase. Fisher Auto Parts, keeping engines humming from season to season.
This is Tonight in High School Football on the Ohio News Network. Once again, here's Skip Mossick.
We are presented by Beck's Hybrids. At Beck's, they are and will remain farmers at heart. And welcome back, everyone. Halftime of your game as we talk a little Cincinnati area high school football this evening as we head to Southwest Ohio and check in with WCPO's Mike Dyer. And Mike, let's begin with Division I Region 4. Boy, Moeller looks to be the real deal. Big cross-state matchup tomorrow with Lakewood St. Edward, and right on their heels in that same region is Winton Woods, still unbeaten. How good are both of those teams?
No doubt about it, Skip. You're talking about the top two teams in the Max Preps Division I state rankings with Moeller and St. Ed's, and everybody knows obviously the reigning three-time state champion Eagles are going to be ready to come down here to Cincinnati and face a GCL juggernaut. Moeller won its third consecutive GCL South title outright. They have a fantastic junior quarterback in Matt Ponatowski. In my mind, I believe he's a Mr. Football candidate. He's already the career passing yards leader there at Moeller, and this has another deep postseason run written all over it for this Moeller team. They've been to the state semifinals 3 consecutive years and just haven't been able to get to Canton, but certainly have a great shot. You mentioned Winton Woods. They have a showdown against Division II number 1 ranked team in Region 8, Anderson. And that's going to be a fantastic matchup as well. But the Warriors, Coach Chad Murphy, they won the Division II state championship back in 2021, and now they made the move to Division I this past spring, and they haven't missed a beat at all.
Division II, Mike, you mentioned Anderson, still unbeaten, and then, boy, just north of 275, Harrison has looked really good at 7-1. How good are both of them?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I start with Anderson here. I mean, they've scored more than 400 points entering tonight, really have limited teams. Scoring production. I mean, in the past, it's been a very pass-happy team, up-tempo offense led by Coach Evan Dreyer. But now this Raptors team has a defense that can match that. And this is a team that it could very well go to the state semis again. They faced Massillon last year and lost to Massillon. Obviously, everybody knows they were eventual state champion. But you mentioned Harrison, 7-1, Wildcats. Third in Region 8 right now, and I saw them a couple weeks ago against Mount Healthy. They have an outstanding junior defensive lineman, Logan White, who set a program game record for sacks, number of sacks in a game twice this season already, and really like their offense as well.
A couple of others, Division III, McNicholas looks really good at 7-1, and then dropping down to D4, Wyoming is still unbeaten, and Indian Hill, a very solid 7-1.
Yeah, definitely, Skip. When you're talking about McNicholas, they've won 7 consecutive games. Coach Mike Orlando doing a fantastic job there, looking at a Week 10 showdown against Baden. This should be a fantastic matchup there in the GCL Co-Ed division. A surprise team I want to mention, Division III a little bit, is Batavia. The Bulldogs are doing a fantastic job. Shut out New Richmond 38-0 last week and really have turned that program around as well. Division IV, Wyoming, stop me if you've heard this before. The Cowboys seem to be so dominant there in the Cincinnati Hills League, and they have a fantastic matchup against Indian Hill tonight. And remember, the Braves upset Wyoming last year to kind of snap the long regular season win streak that Wyoming had. So these two teams are going to battle it out for supremacy there in that CHL.
Down to D6, Mike. Country Day 6-1. I know they've wrapped up a playoff spot, but that's such a tough region when you see someone like Coldwater in the top spot.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, since Country Day, they're going for their fourth consecutive Miami Valley Conference championship, but got some playmakers on both sides of the ball. Actually, it was at practice on Monday. They had a Monday morning practice. They have an outstanding senior strong safety in Ryan Coyle, the son of the head coach Dennis Coyle. And yeah, you talk about the Nighthawks. They know what they're up against in that region. But I think this team is primed for some success, certainly when we reach the postseason.
You know, Mike, last thing, we've asked you about this before, but despite the level of play down there, does high school football get lost at all in a pro sports town like Cincinnati?
Yeah, I mean, you talk about, you got the Bengals, you got UC, obviously, in the Big 12. It's one of those things where I don't know if it necessarily gets lost because I think people know here in greater Cincinnati, northern Kentucky, southeastern Indiana, that Friday night is high school football. And so, you talk about the overall coverage. I mean, certainly you're going to talk about the Bengals and UC and Ohio State getting the majority of the media coverage. But, no, I think if you've been around Cincinnati long enough, you know how important high school football is in greater Cincinnati.
WCPO's Mike Dyer. We love talking Cincinnati high school football with you. Thanks for hopping on, okay?
Chip, it's been a pleasure. Thank you.
And we'll be back on the Ohio News Network.
I'm Ohio Education Association President Scott DeMauro, and on behalf of the OEA's 120,000 members, we're proud to bring you tonight's game. Our members are the public school educators who coach your kids on and off the field because we believe in the potential of every student and their right to a high-quality public education, no exceptions. That's why we will continue to speak in one voice to demand the supports and resources our public schools need because public education matters.
Did you know 38% of Ohio's teenagers have spent money on gambling in video and online games? Items like mystery boxes, skins, and spin to win mimic gambling, putting children at a higher risk of experiencing a gambling disorder as an adult. So get in the know about youth gambling and start the conversation with discussion guides, parent resources, and more at changethegameohio.org. That's changethegameohio.org.
Hi, this is Seth with Miller Home Services, your go-to for top-notch heating and air conditioning solutions. Stay comfortable year-round with a new heating and air conditioning system. 0% financing options available on all new installs. Don't let budget constraints stop you from enjoying a cozy home. Trust Miller Home Services for reliability and affordability. Give us a call at 740-896-5035. Miller Home Services, building a better community one home at a time.
In the flooring business, we get walked all over. That's a little dad humor for you. This is Shelley from Honest Fred's Flooring, and we want you to put us to the test when you think about flooring. We won't put you off, we won't overcharge, or leave you hanging. That's for the drywall guys. Seriously, there's a reason why there are fly-by-night and discount flooring companies, and a reason why some have been around a long time. Customers have been walking all over us for years, and we love it. Honest Fred's Flooring, Marietta, Parkersburg, Spencer, and honestfreds.com.
It's Dave Allen for Parmar Stores. The most wonderful time of the year is here. Of course, I'm talking about football season, and your local Parmar store is ready. Whether you're heading to the game or just catching it at home, Parmar has everything you'll need, from the drinks to the snacks and so much more. Download the Parmar app and sign up for the Parmar rewards cards for even more savings. West Virginia, Ohio, Maryland, Kentucky, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. Happy football. And if there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
When we take a look at the statistics of tonight's game, a reminder that that's made possible by the Mannix Allen Group at Merrill, located at 294 Front Street in downtown Marietta. At Merrill, they understand the values and ideals of our community and can develop a customized financial strategy designed to help you pursue what's most important to you. Merrill Lynch, Pierce, Fenner & Smith Incorporated, registered broker-dealer, registered investment advisor, member SIPC, and a wholly owned subsidiary of Bank America Corporation. Go Tiger!
This is ONN.
Our thanks once again to Mike Dyer for talking a little Cincinnati area high school football with us this evening. Enjoy the second half of your ball game. I'm Skip Mossick on the Ohio News Network.
This has been the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football. Presented by Beck's Hybrids and by Ohio for Responsible Gambling from the Ohio News Network.
1 or 2 or 10 things have changed since I got in the real estate business. Hi, this is Steve McCarthy of McCarthy Real Estate. To honor the days when folks just stopped by 318 2nd Street in Marietta. Now you can find McCarthy Real Estate on Facebook with weekly featured listings or MariettaRealEstate.com. We have real phones and cell phones and GPS, although we know our way around. McCarthy Real Estate since 1953. You don't need good luck to find us, but you'll have it when you do.
They say the only thing that you can count on is change. Technology changes, politics changes, but one thing does always remain the same. Home. Home is a feeling, comfortable and familiar. It's where we garden, barbecue, feel the warmth of the sun and the warmth of family. Like Greenleaf Landscapes help shape your family space. Beautiful award-winning designs for your patio, fire pit, fountain, waterfall, or any of your landscaping needs. Find us at greenleaflandscapes.com or call 740-373-1639. Independent and family owned. Let our family take care of your family.
Looking for a career change or advancement? Washington State College of Ohio offers over 40 degree and certificate options, ranging from nursing to robotics. Washington State's dynamic programming provides a pathway for you to develop in-demand skills and gain the knowledge you need to advance your career. With flexible scheduling and affordable tuition, Washington State College of Ohio in Marietta helps you balance your education with your busy life and budget. Visit wsco.edu to start your journey toward a more rewarding career.
Smitty's Pizza loves the Smitty guy who orders pepperoni straight up no matter what. But Smitty's also encourages you to ask about the daily special, because always something hand-tossed in the air just for you. Plus calzones, classic Italian dishes. And when's the last time you said, let's take a walk on the wild side with the Smitty's Buffalo Barbecue Chicken Pizza or a queso bacon mac and cheese? They get crazy down there every now and again. Smitty's Pizza, just great pizza.
It's Dave Allen for Parmar Stores. The most wonderful time of the year is here. Of course, I'm talking about football season, and your local Parmar store is ready. Whether you're heading to the game or just catching it at home, Parmar has everything you'll need, from the drinks to the snacks and so much more. Download the Parmar app and sign up for the Parmar rewards cards for even more savings. West Virginia, Ohio, Maryland, Kentucky, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. Happy football. And if there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
Working together. That's the key to better health care for you and your family. And now the doctors and specialists at Memorial Health System and Mayo Clinic are joining forces. They'll use Mayo Clinic's expertise to resolve the hard-to-solve medical problems. For you, that means peace of mind and access to the finest medical knowledge anywhere, right here at home. Memorial Health System and Mayo Clinic. Working together. That's expecting more. Memorial Health System. Proud member of the Mayo Clinic Care Network. Visit mhsystem.org/mayo.
What do folks look for in the home? Your guess is as good as mine, but I must say, if you work with McCarthy Real Estate, we've seen it, we know it, and how to get to it. You can't beat experienced local service. It's a great time to list as demand is at an all-time high. With global access to potential buyers moving into our area, we are out in front on turnkey deals. Plus, we're there for you to navigate the appraisal, inspection, and banking process. McCarthy Real Estate, 2nd Street, Marietta, and at MariettaRealEstate.com.
Tune in to every Marietta Tiger broadcast for the Fry Dental Group Big Drill Player of the Game. This longtime sponsorship puts a Fry Dental Group WMOA Big Drill t-shirt on a Tiger standout athlete. The Tiger Big Drill Player of the Game, made possible by Dr. Brett Fry, Dr. Derek Howell, Dr. Amanda Boggs, and the staff at Fry Dental Group, with offices on Green Street in Marietta and 5th Street in Beverly. Go get 'em, Tigers, from the Fry Dental Group. Hey, for something before or after the game, don't forget Smitty's Pizza. It's usually on most people's game night agenda, but Google Smitty's Pizza sometime and you'll see the reviews. It's simply the best pizza in town. With 4 locations from Belpre to Lowell, Marietta, and Reno, Smitty's is home to fresh, hand-tossed pizzas, calzones, and classic Italian dishes. We encourage you to Google Smitty's because when you look at the menu, you just might be surprised. We'll see you soon at a Smitty's near you.
Back here at halftime, Aaron Cassidy, Bill Parks. So glad you're with us wherever you may be. As Marietta 17-3 here at halftime and getting ready to start the second half. Again, our thanks to the Mannix Allen Group, Merrill, located at 294 Front Street in downtown Marietta, for their sponsorship of our statistics tonight. Bill Mannix, Mackenzie Allen, Sandra Crosby. And a little halftime score to pass on to you. Right now, Warren on top of Fort Fry. What was that score, Bill?
14-6, I believe.
Okay, so that one was probably nearing half. Keep an eye on that as right now Marietta on top of Point Pleasant. And if Marietta could get this to go the way they want and Warren gets the way they want, all of a sudden it's a three-way tie for the Twin State League and sets up an opportunity next week for Marietta and Warren for at least a share of the league title. But we have 12 minutes to go before we get to that, but something to think about. Braxton Lang set to kick this one away. As remember, Marietta won the toss, elected to receive. They promptly marched it almost 7 minutes off the clock, went 80 yards for a touchdown to make it 7-0. Braxton Lang kicked an extra point, making it 10-0, and then it was 17-0. Point Pleasant got a field goal on their last drive of the game, and here's the kickoff. It's going to be dropped, picked up, and returned out across the 20 to the 25 and out near the 27-yard line. So that is where Point Pleasant will start first down and 10. And you and I talked at halftime, Bill, off air, where we said that if you're Marietta, you can't be complacent by any means. This Point Pleasant, they can strike fast, and we saw it at the end of the half.
Well, if you've learned anything within the last couple of weeks for this Marietta team is you cannot be complacent even when you're up. They found out the hard way against Williamstown, and then they had just too little too late last week. So yeah, they have to just stay within the game plan and continue what they did there in the first half.
They sweep it. That's Point Pleasant to the left side. Finding the edge was Hunt. Hunt picks up 4, maybe 5 on the play. He'll set up second down at 6, as that was the first play of the second half. Aaron Cassidy, Bill Parks, Derek Jones back at the studio. Jack Weil with us on statistics tonight. As Point Pleasant will have second down and 4. And the lefty quarterback and Hill out of the shotgun. And they give to Creel up the middle. He has some running room, and Creel going to get out across the 42 to the 43, pick up a first down. He might be, in my opinion, one of the most dangerous backs we've seen all season.
Well, I tell you what, he was really close to break one right there, but it was Chavez, number 17, and number 7, McVeigh, who were able to chop him down before he was able to find the edge. But had he got past that level with defenders, he was going to be gone.
First down and 10 for Point Pleasant. They scrimmage from the their own 43, pardon me. And Creel going to get the carry again. He was hit at the line, but falls forward and out, still on his feet to the 49. Picks up 7, maybe 6. It'll bring up second down and 4 here. Chavez in on the tackle again. And right now, Creel using his legs. He's not only fast, but he's showing some power on that last drive.
Yeah, that power to get a good push and falling forward, setting up a second down and very manageable for the Point Pleasant Knights. Is 2nd and 4 is where it's going to be.
Out of the shotgun comes Hill. He sends the man in motion and Hunt. And Hunt's going to get the carry left side looking for the edge. Kobe Alexander over there slings him around. He's going to get a first down, but he was driven backwards, and that'll be a first down for Point Pleasant. Point Pleasant fans made the nice trip over here, Bill. They brought a good contingent.
Yeah, they're certainly loud, especially after that play right there. They were screaming for a little extracurricular flag to come flying there after the ball carrier gets thrown in the background, but in the backfield. But nevertheless, the Knights are able to move the football and move the line of scrimmage and move the chains as well as they move over into Marietta territory. Chalk this one up at about the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Knights on the Marietta 46.
Under 10 we go. 17-3, Tigers lead. Knights on the first drive of the second half. They slow it down a little bit. Hill out of the shotgun, straight quarterback keeper on the left. Looking for the edge. He gets a little bit of it. Chavez, though, again, in on the tackle as he ushers Hill out of bounds on that far side for a gain of 3. It'll bring up 2nd and 7, 9:42 to go. And the Tigers leading 17-3 here in the third quarter.
Good job by Chavez coming up out of that corner position and able to get a stop right there and just running, out of the safety position and running the alley coming up with a stop. So now 2nd down and long, 2nd and 8. Tigers got to stiffen up here on defense.
Hill, Krill, carry. He's wrapped up and brought down. It was Tornis in on the original hit, and now a penalty flag flies. And the way Point Pleasant's reacting, this one might go on them. 9:24 and counting. Clock should be stopped. There it is. And Marietta's leading 17-3. It was little to no gain for a Krill, but penalty came in very late.
Boy, it's so funny. The first half, I saw all kinds of sportsmanship in the first half. You saw Point Pleasant guys, picking up Marietta guys picking up Point Pleasant guys, and now just 2.5 minutes into this second half, things are already chippy.
That's a 15-yarder. It's going to move Point Pleasant all the way back. Remember, it's a Point Pleasant team that had a 54-yard touchdown wiped away. That would have made it 10-7 back in the first half on a hold. And here they get into Tiger territory, and they're hit with a penalty. It's going to bring up second down, and let's go 24 here for Point Pleasant.
Got to watch out for a little trickery here, too.
And a hard count. Hill is going to give Krill. Krill is going to be wrapped up in the arms of Flogger. And it'll bring up third down and maybe 16, 17 here with 8:59 to go, third quarter. Tigers leading 17-3, third and long for Point Pleasant.
One kind of interesting play call right there is Point Pleasant really hasn't done a whole lot in between the tackles all night long. And then a second down and a mile, they go in between the tackles and nothing home as number 88, Braden Plogger, comes down and makes a stop now. Fourth down and 15. Obviously, we're going for it on fourth down if you're running it on third.
Three receivers left, single receiver to the right, and Point Pleasant's going to use a timeout. I think, is an official timeout, or do they want to say something with the clock? He signaled, he got the official's attention. The head official's going to go over. 8:23 to go here in this. Yeah, so you're right, Bill. You know what? That's a fourth down. Everyone lost it. On the scoreboard, it had third down. Point Pleasant was acting like it was a third down.
Yeah,
I've even lost it as well.
Yeah, it was fourth down. So which is what really surprised me, that they ran a ball on third down in between the tackles.
Well, I think, on that low, that it maybe want to make a pin or a turnover or something, kind of keep it safe. But they might, to your point, though, might have been thinking it was second down.
Yeah.
So punting situation here, Schrader on the punt. They did not charge Point Pleasant with the timeout, as Marietta almost gets that one, because it was a clock error, as Tornis is going to pick it up. Now he's going to have to fall on it as it went between his legs at the 12-yard line. Tornis being aggressive. I like the aggressiveness. Is just one that got away from him. And Marietta will start not with great field position at their own 13-yard line. 8:14 to go, third quarter. 17-3, Tigers with the lead and the football, going from right to left on your radio dial.
Boy, big opportunity here for this Tiger offense, Aaron, to kind of take control of this game right now. If they're able to, eat the time off of this clock here in the third quarter, they've got a lot of green ahead of them. If they're able to take a lot of time off here and punch something in, boy, it would be just taking control of the game.
Warden on a busted play. She's going to have to roll out and throw it out of bounds. Good job by him. Very heady play as he's thrown down at the 3-yard line. He went to roll out, and honestly, I think he was going to hand it off. It might have been a sweep or a jet sweep to Chavez, and the timing was off, allowing Warden just to roll out. Yeah, that's exactly what the handoff wasn't happened on the replay. So Marietta will have a second down and 10 as they scrimmage from their own 13, leading 17-3, 8:06 to go in the third.
Boy, they got lucky there in not getting a penalty for having guys downfield when throwing the football.
Chavez in motion again. This time a sweet play to Britton. Has some running room. Britton out near the 20-yard line. Seth Britton picks up 7 to bring up third down and manageable. 3rd and 4, let's call it. After he gets 6 on the play, we're under 8 to go in the third quarter, and Marietta leading 17-3.
Nice pickup there by 3 and Britton, and following his big guys up front. Very patient run, knowing where the sticks are, knowing where he needed to get. He got as much as he could. That was about 7 yards, so now 3rd down and 3 here for the Tigers.
Riley splits to the left. Tigers go hurry up. Britton in a mass of humans on his feet still. Are you kidding me? Seth Britton picks up 4. I lost him in the mass of humanity that was down there, and he somehow picks up a first down.
Yeah, I tell you, everybody was stacked up at the line of scrimmage, Aaron, but a great job reading that line, and he put his left foot in the ground and drove back in between the tackles, and just a powerful run there for 3 as he picks up a first down and allows the Tigers to salt a little bit more time off this clock, as they're going to use every bit of this play clock. And running the play in now with 7:15 to go here in the third quarter. Marietta up 17-3.
And without, honestly, having to flip the field either. That if they would have had the punt, would have been good. Kobe Alexander now out on the run. He got loose up to the 35 and picks up a Tiger first down. 10 on the game for Kobe Alexander. I think he was so far wide open he wasn't sure what to do at first.
Yeah, I don't think so either. He saw a couple guys in front of him. I think he hit the R1 button, and then he hit the L1 button.
At the same
hit
time.
the R1 button again. It was juking back and forth, trying to break ankles, I think.
It's a half of a nose of a football off from a first down here with 6:40 to go in the third. Tigers leading 17-3. Coach Shobe puts the play in with Lucas Miller with number 8 on his back. Warden talking to his team in the huddle. Marietta in their all-black uniforms tonight with Tigers scripted in orange across their black helmets. 2nd and 1. From their own 34, they give to Kobe Alexander. He picks up a first down to the 39-yard line, and it has become a physical football game right now. 17-3, Tigers lead. 6:17 to go here in the third quarter. And if you're Marietta, I love the go to the whistle, but you just got to be careful. There was a player that went flying. Plogger went to the whistle, maybe a little extra.
Well, we can't hear the whistle here.
That's right. First down and 10. It's only a penalty, what?
If you get caught.
That's right.
But in the same token, if you don't go to the whistle,
no,
you're setting yourself up to get your own.
He did nothing wrong. Well. He did nothing wrong. Wing back on the right, they send him in motion. They give on the right side to Britton, so he's going to break a couple tackles. Here goes Seth into the secondary, in the Point Pleasant territory to the 46-yard line. Seth Britton rips off a big gain of 17 yards for the senior running back for the Tigers.
Great job there by 3 and Seth Britton in finding a hole. But I tell you what, those guys up front, the front 5, and you can include the tight end and Plogger with it, a great job sustaining their blocks, blowing guys up off the line of scrimmage, turning their guys outside, but yet 3, a great job. Good field awareness and eyes to be able to pick out those holes and gash through them, and a great job, 1st and 10 into Point Pleasant territory.
Here goes Kobe Alexander spinning off a tackle and picking up 9 on the play. Kobe Alexander gets officially 8 when they mark him down with 5:05 to go here in this third quarter. And how about this Marietta drive right now that started inside their own 15?
This very reminiscent of the first drive of the game, Aaron, where they were able to go 80 yards and just meticulously drive down the football field and eat a ton of clock. And when they're doing it again here, 4:45 to go now in the third quarter. Marietta moving the ball very well down inside of Point Pleasant territory. This one will be set up at about the 38-yard line. Marietta's offense just wide open right now as they just pound the football.
2nd and 2. They come quickly out of the huddle. They give to Britton right side. Britton well over 100 as he gets down inside the 30 and another Tiger first down. Oh my, 4:25 to go here in the third. Tigers lead 17-3 and are putting a impressive drive together right now. Yikes.
He's just picking and choosing and bobbing and weaving, and that's all he's got to do is he's just finding his own room. But a great job, again, reading his blockers. A great job by Marietta's offensive line, getting a huge push right now, Aaron. They are the more physical football team so far here in this football game, and it's shown on the stat sheet as far as total yards and on the scoreboard as well. Just resetting that line of scrimmage and pushing guys. They're on roller skates.
And they give on the left side. Here goes Kobe Alexander as he's drugged down near the 26-yard line. Picks up 3 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 7 for the Tigers. 3:50 to go, third quarter. An impressive drive here by Marietta, leading 17-3. And the Tigers right now are on they're just dominating down the field.
Boy, I tell you what, Drew Warden was really fortunate to get that football into the running back's gut because somebody came through quick and hard right out of the A gap, and he was untouched. And he was on Warden's back, essentially, as he got rid of the football, but good job there by the Tigers.
Receiver split to the left. They give to Britton on the left side. Britton down near the 20. And he's going to be close to a Tiger first down, shy of 1 yard. That receiver, was split to the right. They ran to the left with Britton, who sets the Tigers up 3rd down and 1. Remember, I think they were 7 of 10 on 3rd down. And at halftime, It's been pretty good here in this second half. And anytime you can be over 30 or 70% on third down, you're in high school football especially, it's not bad. We're at 2:47 to go third quarter.
Ask Deshaun Watson.
Marietta leads 17-3, 3rd and 1. We got a Browns reference in. Right side give to Kobe Alexander. Kobe's just going to pound his way down for a first down to the 18-yard line and another Tiger first down. This offensive line right now making a bid for the Pride Dental Group Big Drill Players of the Game. We'll have to have Johnny get some big sizes for those fellas. I don't have those in my car. And another first down for Marietta.
Boy, I tell you what, it just not only the importance of Marietta's offense in just eating a lot of time off this clock, but boy, you look over there in the white jerseys across from them, you see guys with hands on their hips. This defense is just getting worn down at this point.
Marietta had
such a long drive.
I think at their own 13 maybe when it started. They give to Britton on the left. He has some running room, angling to the left, and he pulled down inside the 10 as he gets to the 7-yard line. Seth Britton with another Tiger first down that should set him up first and goal from the 7. Leading 17-3 with 1:58 to go here in the third quarter. As the Tigers are driving from right to left, making a statement right now.
Boy, and that's exactly right, too, Aaron. They are making a statement. They're enforcing their will at this point as we round down underneath the 2 minutes here in the third quarter. The Tigers, only the second possession in the quarter.
Yes.
Point Pleasant was able to receive the ball to start the third and then gave it back to Marietta, and Marietta is just eating as much off of it as possible.
Give on the right. There goes Britton down near the 5-yard line. They're going to say he got a half yard on the play as they officially mark him at the 7. This is where Marietta's got to finish. They stalled out on the one drive where they had to settle for the field goal here. 2nd and goal now from the 6, leading 17-3 with 1:15 to go here in the third quarter. Aaron Cassidy, Bill Parks here with you on a Friday night. Welcome to the weekend. We're glad you're joining us wherever you may be.
Week 9 already.
Yeah, how about that? Chavez in motion. Britton carry right side. Seth's going to cut it up. Angle down towards the goal line, and he's going to be shy. About the half-yard lines where they're going to scrimmage 3rd and 1, 3rd and inches from the goal.
But we had a perfect view of what he did to that guy on the edge right there. And great job by Point Pleasant. The guy come up on that far edge to turn the play back in. He was able to set the edge, but boy, Seth Britton set him up so incredibly and was able to stem him outside, get the guy off balance just a little bit, almost like a crossover in basketball. He got the defender going left just a little bit toward the outside, stuck his foot in the ground, and got north and south, and right to the goal line he went.
Warden under center. They dive it to Kobe Alexander on the right. Touchdown, Tigers. 13 seconds to go in this third quarter, and Marietta makes it 23-3.
Boy, I tell you what, 15 is wound up right now. A great job there. Good, strong run. Looked like he was stopped up at about the 1-yard line, but he was not going to be denied. Kobe Alexander fights his way in, second effort, and a good push up front. A great drive there by this Marietta Tiger offense, and Braxton Lang on the field to put one through.
And the hold down, the kick is up, and it follows suit. It is good. 13 seconds to go, third quarter. New score, Marietta 24, Point Pleasant 3. You're listening to the voice of the Tigers.
Shop Apex True Value Hardware for great bargains of the month. Got mice? Grab a 16-pack of Tomcat refillable mouse killer for only $6.49. Includes 1 refillable station with 16 bait blocks. Starting your next DIY home project, pick up a 12-ounce can of window and door foam sealant by Great Stuff for $7.99. Lastly, grab yourself some new yard tools by Green Thumb. Choose from a 22-inch lawn and leaf rake or a 32-inch poly leaf rake for just $12.99. Apex True Value Hardware, 7th and Green Streets, Marietta.
Whether you're renovating your kitchen, building a new deck, or putting a pool in the backyard, a home equity line of credit from People's Bank is a smart way to pay for it. A People's Bank home equity line of credit has no origination fee and no appraisal fee. Find out more at People's Bank. Call 800-374-6123 for more details about credit costs and terms. People's Bank, working together, building success. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 617258.
13 seconds to go, third quarter. Marietta leads 24-3. Braxton Lang set to kick this one off. After that touchdown, that started deep in Marietta's territory. Lang angled this one. This one does get out of bounds, though. He's been so sharp tonight, has Lang angling these. And I believe that drive started at the 13 for Marietta, and they milked a lot of time off the clock. You remember, Point Pleasant had the first drive, and Marietta took the rest of the third quarter off the clock.
Yeah, they said you're not going to get it again this quarter, apparently.
That's what happened to them last week.
Quick scoring update, though. Warren, looks like Warren and Fort Fry. Warren is up 21-6 right now in the third quarter against Fort Fry.
That could set up an interesting week 10. Out of the shotgun comes Hill. Krill in the backfield with him to his right. Offset. And they're going to give to him on the left side, Krill. He's going to put his head down, bounce off a couple tacklers, bounce it outside to the right. He's going to be wrapped up and dropped. Ooh, what a hit by Seth Britton. Put that on a film. That was textbook, and that will do it here for the third quarter. Triple zeros hit. And our score, Marietta 24, Point Pleasant 3, fourth quarter, coming at you right after this timeout.
Fisher Auto Parts employees understand what it takes to be a good neighbor. Fisher Auto Parts was founded in 1929 and is the founding member of Federated Auto Parts. Stop into one of our new locations in Marietta, Parkersburg, Waterford, and Cambridge today to meet the team. At Fisher Auto Parts, for every customer that walks through the door, we know there's another one working under the car, in the garage, or at the maintenance shop. Fisher Auto Parts present discount code Fisher24 to any team member during checkout to receive 10% off your purchase.
Looking for honest, reliable heating and air conditioning services? Look no further than Miller Home Services. Why call us, you ask? Because we're your one-stop solution for all HVAC needs. Our team of skilled technicians are dedicated to providing top-tier service, maintenance, installation, and expertise. Plus, with our quality guarantee, you can trust we get the job done right the first time. Call us today at 740-896-5035. Miller Home Services, building a better community one home at a time.
Senior night here at Don Drumm Stadium. It's been good to the Tigers, 24-3 as we head into the fourth. 12 minutes put on that clock. Senior Seth Britton, Junior Bass, Drew Warden, Brody Alexander, Carson Chavez, Easton Tucker, Braxton Lang, Brian DePue, Charlie Merrill, Dakota Jackson, Isaac Clintworth, along with Blake Bills, Wilkinson, Aiden Wilkinson, Grady Hartline. Hartline. Yeah, Grady Hartline, all the seniors for Marietta. And tell you what, right now, Marietta has just been maybe the most complete game. We still have a quarter to go that we've seen in a couple years from this Tiger team. They've been disciplined, and they played really hard. And here comes the counter give. That's a perfect example of the discipline. Seth Britton there again on the tackle initial hit. And they bring the wing back in motion, and he's dropped.
Boy, great job there by Seth Britton, number 3, and coming up and making a big stick right there, but a good job staying home on this near side for the Marietta Tigers and not getting beat again on that counter. But I'll tell you what, it was number 3, Seth Britton, just putting a hit on right there. Ball came loose. The Big Blacks of Point Pleasant were able to pick up the ball.
3rd and 1 for Point Pleasant. Tornes also went on the tackle there for the Tigers. We lead 24-3, and from their own 44 is where Point Pleasant scrimmage. Make it their own 49, and it's going to be a handoff in the backfield. Kobe Alexander on the blitz and throws the running back down. In fact, he undercuts him for a loss of 4.
Boy, he was untouched. A great job, great timing there by 15. And Kobe Alexander from his middle linebacker spot, Aaron, hit that B gap running quick. Dove in and just groundhog the ball carrier. Stopped him for a big loss and forcing now Point Pleasant to have to punt as this is inside their own territory.
Wow. With 10:51 to go, but Marietta, you got to watch the ball here. It's 24-3. I would assume Point Pleasant's going to go hard counter here.
Yeah, Marietta's not even putting anybody back deep to return this one.
Yeah, I'm surprised they punt here. The punt's going to get away. And no one back from Marietta. It's going to take a Point Pleasant hop. It's going to go all the way down to the 7-yard line, 8-yard line. And while most of the time, if you're an offensive coordinator, you don't want the ball at your own 8, Coach Show might be like, well, let's see if we can take the next 10:36 off the clock.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's not far from where they started the last drive, Aaron, as Marietta was able to take it down the field and pretty well eat the entire quarter. So we'll see how much they can take off with this fourth. Man, I tell you, the Tigers are hungry for scoreboard tonight.
Your first job here, Bill, is right. You get the first down, so you want to try to not have the field flipped on you. Point Pleasant, that's what they wanted. They wanted to flip the field, and they did just that so far. But see what Marietta does here as they run a guy off late, wing back on the right side, and let's see the official on this far side. I think Point Pleasant wanted a substitution infraction.
Well, and they can't because they didn't break the huddle with 12 guys. They broke the huddle with 11, so they were able to still run guy off.
Give on this near side. Here comes Britton. Britton into the secondary. Britton across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Going to be shy of a yard or two from the first down. Picks up 8 to Seth Britton.
Yeah, rides are free tonight apparently for Seth Britton. He's just carrying the Point Pleasant Knights defense just all over the field. They cannot take him down with first contact tonight. He's just carrying guys 4 or 5 yards a pop and falling forward. Now bringing up second down and short. It's going to be second down and one here for the Tigers. Just systematically moving the football today.
Scrimmage from their own 16-yard line, leading 24-3 here in the fourth quarter. We're under 10 minutes to go. And Morgan goes under center. He's going to give up the middle. It's Kobe Alexander spinning for a first down. And another Tiger first down. It has been impressive tonight, to say the least, for this Tiger team.
A good job there by Kobe and just knowing where he had to get to the sticks and was able to get down for that big first down, knowing where he needed to be.
Stay tuned to the post-game statistics made possible by the Mannix Allen Group, Merrill office located at 294 Front Street in downtown Marietta. Thanks to Bill Mannix, Mackenzie Allen, Sandra Crosby for their sponsorship. We'll also name the Pride Dental Group Big Drill Player of the Game. We'll have the Warrens IGA Sack of the Game as well. 9:19 to go here in the fourth. Marietta 24-3. As Warden is going to turn and give on the left side, and it'll be a false start on the Tigers with 9:12 to go here in the fourth. And they'll start first down and 15 now. They'll move them back here inside their own 15-yard line after this penalty's marked off.
Boy, I hate seeing that. I mean, obviously you're moving the football. You got your back against the wall where you don't want to be. You get yourself out of danger essentially, but looks like they're going to chalk this one back up to about the 14-yard line. But it'll still be first down 14 or first down at 15, I'm sorry, for the Tigers.
Clock under 9 minutes after the false start. Clock doesn't stop. You can continue to run the play clock down, and that's exactly what Marietta chooses to do. They quickly come out of the huddle, though. Tight end wing on the right. Chavez in motion from right to left. Give on the right side to Britton. Has a hole. Britton off with some running room. Britton across the 30. Britton across the 40-45, and he stops and stays in bounds. He's going to stay in bounds. Clock will stop while they move the chains. Did I see a flag come in late? Let's see. There is a stoppage in play.
It looks like they are. It looks like they're coming back, but a very headsy play there at the end there by Seth Britton. He realized he was not going to be able to pick up much more than what he already had. The only option he really had was running out of bounds, and that would have stopped the clock. But he dropped down to try to keep as much time going on that clock as possible. But unfortunately, it's going to come all the way back for the Tigers. And the 1st and 15 is going to turn into an even longer.
It was the side official with an illegal shift call. I'm not saying it was wrong. I saw the flag, I thought, come out before the snap happened. 8:33 to go fourth quarter. Marietta leads 24-3. The clock should start, though, and Marietta will have a new game clock at 25. So, I mean, while you don't want to go backwards strategically, it's not hurting you, except it's 1st and 20. You don't love that, but you can take a lot of time. You can take another 2 minutes plus off this clock.
Yeah, and the clock is still running at that.
24-3, Tigers lead. Chavez in motion. He gives on the left side to Kobe Alexander, angles to the left, and players dove in almost like there was a fumble. It was not. Kobe's down at the 12-yard line. It'll bring up a 2nd and 18 now for the Tigers with under 8 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter, leading 24-3. This could set up a showdown next week in Vincent. How about that? Would be if Warren could hold on, it would be at least for a tie for the league title, as everyone would have. It would be, someone's going to share, no matter what, if scores hold. because Fort Fry and Point Pleasant don't have losses.
Still 21-6 out there in Vincent right now.
And here goes Seth Britton on the give on the right, weaves it back to the left. And it's actually going to set Marietta up from a 1st and 20 to a 3rd down, at least manageable, 3rd and 11 with 7:18 to go here in the 4th. But more importantly, the Tigers lead 24-3, and that clock continues to run.
Yeah, and now it's got a little bit of decision time. Are you going to just kind of concede, run the football here, hope to break one big enough for a 1st down, or are you going to throw the football and inevitably stop that clock?
I think you'll go easy hitch. Secure the catch, clock continues to run. You do have the danger of not making the catch. But it looks like Marietta's going to come out with a shotgun here. Chavez in motion. Warden rolls to his right, looks the throw, and a throw that's going to be low. He had Torres open. It'll be a punting situation here for Marietta. Maybe the first punt of the night for the Tigers?
Yeah.
With 4:11 to go?
Quite possibly, but a good job there on that backside from Buckle again, Aaron. Connor Buckle, the senior for Point Pleasant, 6'2", 260 pounds. A whole lot of guy over there, but he was bearing down on the quarterback. He was trying to chase down Drew Warden, which forced Drew to throw that ball on a dead sprint. He was not able to find his intended wide receiver. So, yeah, 4th down 11, and Marietta going to punt this one away.
One guy deep, Braxton Lang, is going to get a nice snap back, and he's going to boot this one, and it's going to be boomed all the way back and hit at the 41 and bounce all the way to the 28-yard line. Oh, my, what a punt by Braxton Lang.
Well, I tell you what, just as you think you're about to flip the field, Point Pleasant thinks they're about to come away with some field position there. Braxton Lang says, not so fast, my friend. We're going to set you all the way back again inside of your own 30.
50-yard punt by Braxton Lang. 6:31 to go here in the 4th, and it's been all Marietta 24-3.
But how about that? Jason Shobe walks out on the field and taps 44 Braxton Lang on top of the head as he's walking off the field and says, that's the way you do it, young man.
Official timeout. We're not sure what it is. We'll take one with them. 6:31 to go, 4th quarter. It's Marietta 24, Point Pleasant 3. You're listening to the Voice of the Tigers.
This is Shelley from Honest Fred's Flooring, and we pride ourselves on every job. We don't even remember half of them. Honest Fred's Flooring is in homes, hospitals, ski resorts. We even carpeted the studio walls in a really cool radio station. We may not remember all the places we've been, but we sure appreciate the love. Free estimates, top quality flooring, professional installation. You come to us or we'll come to you. Honest Fred's Flooring, Marietta, Parkersburg, Spencer, and honestfreds.com.
Tonight, when we break down the game by the numbers, that's made possible by the Mannix Allen Group at Merrill, located at 294 Front Street in downtown Marietta. At Merrill, they know that just like in tonight's game, there's a strategy, a game plan, and a hopeful outcome. The same should hold true for your investments, your retirement, and your financial future. Call Bill Mannix, Mackenzie Allen, and Sandra Crosby at 740-568-7860 for an appointment to discuss your financial goal. Merrill Lynch, Pierce, Fenner & Smith Incorporated, registered broker-dealer, registered investment advisor, member SIPC, and a wholly owned subsidiary of Bank America Corporation.
Now the timeout, it will be a quarterback keeper off the fake jet sweep and a dead ball personal foul after the quarterback gets a couple on the play. Marietta yanks on the face mask, and this is a 15-yard variety. So 6:23 to go. Marietta leading 24-3. If you're Marietta, Bill, you just want to clean some of this up right now and finish strong down the stretch here. Yeah, timeout was change of possessions. And I think it was just a hydration break.
Yeah, it seemed very strange. They didn't indicate that either team had taken a timeout, and they still showed 3 timeouts for each team on the board. So Marietta just kind of reeled this thing back in and trying to take control back of this football game.
So they move it out to the 45. And a give on the right side, looking for some running room. New back into the game as far as out of the backfield. And that is going to be number 37, Brady Bowen, a junior, tries to pick his way for a gain of 2 on the play. But we're at 5:55 to go. Tigers lead 24-3, more importantly.
Good job there by Braden Plogger from his defensive end position, Aaron. Great job keeping that outside arm open, fighting through the blocker and coming up making a play. So 2nd down and 8, and also number 14, Nolan Riley, coming up and helping clean things up as well.
Out of the pistol formation comes Point Pleasant. Hill going to turn and give. It is Bowen again. And he's going to be brought down after a gain of 6. Into Tiger territory he goes to the 49. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 4 here for Point Pleasant. 5:17 and counting here in the 4th quarter. Tigers lead 24-3. Brady Bowen. We saw him. He was the one that took it 54 yards before the touchdown was called back on that wing back. Point Pleasant, I think they're just working on stuff, Bill, for the next week. And they have 2 more weeks left because right now, not a big hurry. But I think they're being more strategic on how they're going to play the rest of this game out. As the quarterback and Hill comes out of the pistol formation. He's going to fake the throw, and he's going to look, or the handoff, and look, the throw's going to be intercepted. Lucas Miller. Miller is going to slide down at the 46-yard line. And the Tigers have it after the first down, or after the interception. Lucas Miller is the one that intercepted it.
What great job there by Lucas Miller. But I tell you, the Knights had a guy.
In the secondary,
There's some confusion back there. He released his man, and when he did, the wide receiver on the far side of the football field, Aaron, ran unmanned all the way down the field. He was wide open. There was nobody within 30 yards. The quarterback had to check down. When he checked down, Lucas Miller had peeled off of that guy and rolled himself right into the passing lane. And boy, I tell you, a huge turnover there for the Tigers.
You almost wonder if he read his eyes because he broke on it like he was like not even a question. As Britton's going to be spun out into Point Pleasant territory after a gain of 7 on the play. Britton now with 26 carries for 139 yards on the night and a touchdown, averaging 5.3 yards per carry.
And 5.3 yards per carry, and he's carrying guys in the process. Because like I said earlier, he's literally carrying defenders on his back all night long. So this is the first possession. But, credit the offensive line who have done a great job in pushing him forward, and they're responsible for a lot of those yards tonight.
Lucas Miller, after the interception, runs in a play here. And they'll have 2 backs in the backfield for the Tigers. And it's going to be a carry by Britton left side on 2nd and short. And he is just going to push forward. That is a thing of beauty if you're a Tiger fan. Inside the 40 to the 37-yard line. If you like running the football, it's been an art tonight for the Tigers.
Well, I tell you, it's just been dominant.
Up front.
And you got to wonder how much they have lost or missed, Blake Bills in the last couple of weeks in this Tiger front, because it just looks like a totally different front than we've seen last week in Fort Fry and the week before with Williamstown. Is Blake Bills has just been an integral part of this offense all year long. But he just gives a level of comfort and confidence with everybody else on the line. When those are the guys you've been playing with all year, that's who you want to stick with that.
Here goes a Braden Fry, run up the middle. He breaks a tackle, and he goes down inside the 30-yard line, and he gets to the 29, a gain of 7 on the play, and maybe 8 for Fry. And Bill, I had a conversation with Jason Show. We caught up midweek, and injured player going to come off here for Point Pleasant. He and I talked where he said, Aaron, I don't know, because on film they look good. He goes, but I feel pretty good. The team just has a look in their eye. He told me last night we caught up, and he said, I don't know what it is. It's just a different look. Practice was really, really good, maybe the best practice week this year. And he said that the team just had a different look, and it's transferred here tonight.
Well, I tell you what, anytime you're coming off of 2 straight losses, only 2 things can happen. Either you fall down or you get back up, and that's going to determine what kind of a football team you have, not only this year, but next year as well. I mean, those are the same package of guys. Yeah, you're going to lose some seniors this year, but your package of guys know that what it takes to pick yourself back up and go out and get a big win.
Carry for Britton on the left side as he's going to be down there, first down. And with 2:20 to go, Marietta picks up a first down, 24-3 lead. Tigers tonight, 19 first downs. They're 9 of 14 on third down conversions, 1 of 2. They have 309 yards total offense. Seth Britton now up to near over now 150 yards on 28 carries for Seth Britton.
Not a bad night of football.
That's going to put him up over 1,100 yards on the season. So first down and 10 from the 26-yard line of Point Pleasant. Marietta with 1:59 to go. Tigers will have to, if they can pick up a first down, they can kneel it out. If not, they'll just be strategic with this clock as it goes under 4 on the play clock and 1:48 on the game clock. And it's going to be another Seth Britton carry on the right. Has some running room. Britton into the secondary, inside the 15, picks up 14 on the play, and a Tiger first down. That might do it.
And you know the discipline of this football team in the way Coach Shobe is instilled that discipline as well. And we've seen it so far this year a time or two. I don't expect Marietta to even if they have the opportunity to punch this in, somebody's going to drop. So somebody will fall at the 1 or 2 to just run this one out.
Yeah, Marietta's going to kneel it out. They've told the officials we're not going to run a play. Warden comes over 24-3. Here our score as Warden's going to go under. And this is not a one-score game, so Marietta technically does not have to protect themselves. The rule is if it's a one-score game, the defense can fire off. And in this case, they won't fire off. And there's the knee down with 1 minute to go as the Tigers tonight looking to improve or going to improve to 6-3. And another key stat here, Bill. First guaranteed winning season for Marietta since 2002, where they'll be over the 500 mark.
That's awesome. That's phenomenal. And I tell you what, Coach Shobe has done a fantastic job with this group of guys that have been together here for the last couple of years. And, they put together another big win here tonight to keep their goals out in front of them. You have goals. You start with goals of, one, being a winning football team. If you can be a winning football team, you want to win the league. They still have that opportunity out there. If you win the league, you would love the opportunity to play playoff football. That opportunity is still out there as well.
And beat your rival.
And beat your rival.
Which comes up next week.
To write that perfect story.
Yeah, how about that? And 1 second left, and it ticks off, and it is a final score tonight from Don Drumm Stadium in week number 9. Marietta improves to 6-3 on the season, 1-1 in the league as they defeat Point Pleasant 24-3. Bill and I will be on the postgame to wrap it up after this timeout. You're listening to the voice of the Tigers.
Looking for a career change or advancement? Washington State College of Ohio offers over 40 degree and certificate options, ranging from nursing to robotics. Washington State's dynamic programming provides a pathway for you to develop in-demand skills and gain the knowledge you need to advance your career. With flexible scheduling and affordable tuition, Washington State College of Ohio in Marietta helps you balance your education with your busy life and budget. Visit wsco.edu to start your journey toward a more rewarding career.
Long live the Smitty guy, whether it's that Smitty pizza delivery man or the guy down the street that just orders the Smitty pizza all the time. You can be a Smitty guy too, with locations on Front Street in Marietta, just off Newport Pike in Reno, on Washington Boulevard in Belpre, and 1100 State Route 60 in Lowell. They're either on the way or you can make them on the way. It's safe to say it's the best pizza cut and dry. That's why there will always be a Smitty guy. Tonight, when we break down the game by the numbers, that's made possible by the Mannix Allen Group at Merrill, located at 294 Front Street in downtown Marietta. At Merrill, they know that just like in tonight's game, there's a strategy, a game plan, and a hopeful outcome. The same should hold true for your investments, your retirement, and your financial future. Call Bill Mannix, Mackenzie Allen, and Sandra Crosby at 740-568-7860 for an appointment to discuss your financial goals. Merrill Lynch, Pierce, Fenner & Smith Incorporated, registered broker-dealer, registered investment advisor, member SIPC, and a wholly owned subsidiary of Bank America Corporation.
This is Shelley from Honest Fred's Flooring, and we pride ourselves on every job. We don't even remember half of them. Honest Fred's Flooring is in homes, hospitals, ski resorts. We even carpeted the studio walls in a really cool radio station. We may not remember all the places we've been, but we sure appreciate the love. Free estimates, top quality flooring, professional installation. You come to us or we'll come to you. Honest Fred's Flooring, Marietta, Parkersburg, Spencer, and honestfreds.com.
Eric Cassidy, Bill Parks here in week number 9. You hear a little bit of cheering down there, and good news to report here in the postgame. Marietta 24, Point Pleasant 3. Tigers came out, dominated from the start. Our statistics tonight made possible by the Mannix Allen Group. Merrill, located at 294 Front Street in downtown Marietta. Thanks to Bill Mannix, Mackenzie Allen, and Sandra Crosby for their sponsorship of the statistics as we get the final ones in here tonight. An impressive win again. Marietta guarantees himself the first over 500 season since 2002. They have playoff hopes in front of them as well still. A league championship to share potentially next Friday and an arrival to play. You have all that in front of you. That's pretty good. Here's the statistics tonight for Marietta. 20 first downs for this Tigers. They were 9 of 14 on third down. They were 1 of 2 on fourth down efficiency. 331 yards total, 95 yards passing. They were 7 of 12 throwing the football. 236 yards rushing tonight for the Tigers on 52 attempts. How about that? They had over almost 60 plays on the night, did the Tigers. They are 4 of 30 on penalties. They allowed they had 4 penalties for 30 yards. Point Pleasant on the other side, big key statistic, they were 0 of 5 on third down. Woo. That's huge. They had 180 total yards. Marietta defense coming up big there as they held Point Pleasant to 130 yards rushing and just 50 yards passing. Individual statistics tonight for the Marietta Tigers, we'll look at those here real quick, as it was Drew Warden rushing the football, Seth Britton rushing the football tonight. Those were not coming up as quick, so individually he had 29 carries for 166 yards and a touchdown. Isaac Creel had 11 carries for 65 yards for Point Pleasant. Marietta's Drew Warden, 7 of 12, efficient, 95 yards and a touchdown tonight. 3 of 6 for Hill for 50 yards. He did have the interception tonight. And Bill, just a dominating performance. Marietta, I don't know what time of possession, it doesn't say on our stats, with a 40-minute game or a 48-minute game, you'd have to say Marietta probably possessed it had time of possession at least 35 minutes.
Absolutely, at least 35 minutes. I mean, for them to have run 60 offensive plays, I mean, that's a lot of snaps in a high school football game. But I mean, all in all, Aaron, as we see the seniors all gather up down here on the sidelines for a picture at senior night, and boy, what a great way for these seniors to wrap up their career here at Marietta, at home, I should say. Obviously, this will be their last home game of the season, but all in all, though, just a great football game for this Marietta team. Coming off of 2 straight losses, they had to, they had to find out who they were. They had to pick things up and have a short memory, get over those last 2 games, and make the best out of this one, and to keep their dreams and their in their opportunities alive. And that's exactly what they did with some fantastic football, great complementary football, offensively, defensively, special teams. Everybody was clicking here tonight. Even the coaches were clicking. The play calling was on point. And like you said earlier, Aaron, this is a Marietta football team and a Marietta program that really needed this win and really needed the season they have. As you said, they are now guaranteed the winning season. First winning season since 2002. You got to go all the way back 22 years since we can say that. And what a game and what a performance here by the Tigers.
Yeah, Tigers dominate tonight. Again, statistics are thanks to the Manick Talent Group with an office in Marietta, 294 Front Street in Marietta. Thanks to Bill Mannix, Mackenzie Allen, Sandra Crosby for their sponsorship. Our Fry Dental Group Big Drill players of the game knew it was coming. The offensive line, Johnny's going to have to give it some big sizes, and Dr. Fry for those fellas down there who just absolutely dominated, say maybe one drive tonight for the Marietta Tigers up front. Those guys being Hartline, Clintworth, Bauer, Wilkinson, Bills will throw also Plogger in on that mix because he's a big guy and throw the wing in as well. Chavez also with some work there for the Marietta Tigers along with number 46, Timmy Simmons. So they'll get a Fry Dental Group Big Drill Player of the Game t-shirts tonight. Our Fry Dental Group, our sack of the game tonight made possible by our hometown proud local IGA store to sack that big grocery list and save big money while doing it. Keep your grocery dollars local. It's Warren Plaza IGA at the corner of Muskingum and Colgate Drive to sack your groceries with weekly specials. The sack of the game, it'll go to Lucas Miller with the interception. Lucas tonight had the interception. No real sack to speak of, so Marietta will have Lucas Miller will get the sack and will get a $10 gift card. Good to Warren's Plaza IGA on the Muskingum Drive tonight. That will be our awards for tonight. Tigers will now turn their attention and move to next Friday night where they go to Warren. Warren was up 21-6 still, the last score we saw, and that could set up a Twin State League battle, at least for a share. of the title and playoff hopes all over that game next Friday night. Thanks to back at the studios, Derek Jones, Jack Weil up here with us tonight with statistics. We appreciate him as well. And I'm Aaron Cassidy. Final score for final time tonight. Thanks to Bill Parks, my broadcast partner. It was Marietta 24, Point Pleasant 3. Till we talk to you next week from Vincent, Aaron Cassidy saying so long and have a good evening, everyone.
You've been listening to Marietta Tigers football on local radio WMOA Marietta. This evening's contest was brought to you by the following community-minded sponsors: Washington State College of Ohio, Greenleaf Landscapes, Fisher Auto Parts, MOVGridiron.com, Smitty's Pizza, the Parmar Stores, the Fry Dental Group, Apex True Value Hardware, the Mannix Allen Group, Miller Home Services, McCarthy Real Estate, Honest Fred's Flooring, People's Bank, and by the